you're going to have that many seniors.
But you know, too, we got to talk about Prattville has played everybody tough for a half.
At least a half.
And it's, you know, it could be that depth that we just don't have that can stay with these guys. They got a lot more players than we do, and I don't know, but we have played hard. The kids have played hard, and you know, we've been in every game. At halftime, we've had a chance to win those games, and you know, but tonight we're talking about, you know, the other best team, I guess you'd have to say we played is Auburn High School. But
right.
Auburn High School is the most disciplined, well-coached team I've seen. But this team here, very well coached, but loaded with talent.
And that Auburn game, if you remember, was a one-score game until 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So anything can happen when you line it up. That ball's not round. It bounces funny. So anything can happen when you line it up like this. We're going to take a 2-minute break, and when we come back, we'll be almost time for the kickoff between our visiting Prattville Lions and the home-standing Central Phoenix City Red Devils. We'll be right back after these words.
When choosing which pest control company you will trust to protect your home and family, cost and quality can go hand in hand. Serving the hardworking families of the River region since 1967, the Bowen family has made it our mission to offer top-quality service at a price that is fair and affordable. So why pay more to one of the big chains for less service? Call Aero Pest Control next time you want to enjoy money well spent. We'll guarantee personal service at an affordable price, so give us a call today.
It's football season in Alabama, and for over 30 years, we've helped customers get to their favorite games with great deals on new Chevrolets, certified used cars, and our Value Lot specials. In a hurry to hit the road, use our Express Oil Change, where we run the no-huddle offense. Get your car serviced and a complimentary tire check and be gone in 10 minutes or less. At Larry Puckett Chevrolet, we treat people the way we would want to be treated. We keep it simple. Great people, great cars, great prices, and great service. Enjoy the game.
In 1934, Steak and Shake decided the world didn't need another hamburger. They needed a steak burger, so they used 100% beef. Quick seared to seal in the flavor you'll only get from a steak burger. Steak and Shake, home of the original steak burger.
New at Steak and Shake, 24 meals under $4 with handcrafted steak burgers, all beef steak franks, and fresh guacamole made from scratch. Get 24 meals for under $4. New at Steak and Shake.
I could have built a drugstore anywhere in Montgomery, but it was this neighborhood that needed it. When I moved here, it was thriving. I want to see it that way again. Riverbank made borrowing the money easy when other banks didn't. It's nice when people care enough to make sure you have what you need. That's how I treat my customers, and that's how the folks at Riverbank treat me.
Welcome back to Garrett Harrison Stadium, Trawick Field here in Phoenix City, Alabama, as we are just about set to kick off in our Prattville Lions and the homestanding Central Phoenix City Red Devils. Great stadium here in Phoenix City. I'll tell you what, Chip, I don't know if you remember 7 years ago, this place was kind of dumpy, but they have really invested in this place, and it is a fine facility for football and for baseball right across the way.
Well, the biggest thing that impresses me about this is what the Phoenix City does for the opposing team. Their dressing room is as nice as theirs. I mean, they're the exact same thing. They're on opposite ends of the visiting stands, but first class, man. I mean, just everything about the stadium is just the digital board they have, and the concession stands, and just the way they have it set out. It's really nice. And I've heard from other coaches, you know, including our coaches, that these dressing rooms are as nice as they'll see all year. You know, and that says a lot about, you know, the city and what they, you know, promote, you know.
Well, we are about to experience the national anthem played by the Central Phoenix City Marching Band. Let's take it down to our Steak and Shake reporter, Donnie Burnett. We've got it right here. And we're going to pause for the anthem. Well, the alma mater first. We can talk in the alma mater, can't we? Isn't that okay?
Yes.
That's
okay.
permissible to
Quiet,
talk in the visitor's alma mater? That's permissible?
in your golf.
In our
voice.
Vern Lundquist golf voices up here.
Yes, but we have to talk quietly.
I tell you, Donnie, while they're doing that, maybe a little weather action here. It's a beautiful night for high school football, but it could deteriorate as the night goes on.
That and how is Pratt Bedwell doing? We hadn't had a report on him.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Pawpaw's shivering right now.
I bet he is.
He's got his sweatshirt around his neck. He's looking for a scarf.
It's getting around 60 out there.
Did he buy him something to eat down there?
He got him. Right.
Well, I guess we'll never know.
It's 66 degrees, humidity at 56%, dew points at 50, winds out of the southeast at 6 miles an hour. It is a perfect night for high school football.
Right now.
With that dew point, there will be a lot of passes caught tonight with that dew point.
Yeah, that humidity. All right, here comes our national anthem.
And now please join us for a moment of silence.
You know, the pressure's under 30 millibars, so that's good.
Yeah. Oh, man.
All right, are those? I guess those are balloons
Yes,
that they
they
just
are,
released.
yes.
Okay.
They are balloons. I'm not sure why.
And a few doves.
Yes.
And now join us as we honor America.
No, those are just white balloons.
All right.
Oh.
Hey, here comes your
Stars.
national anthem.
Added an extra 5 minutes to the countdown to kickoff, apparently for senior night going a little bit over. Wonder if that's going to cause them 5 or delay a game penalty.
It should cost them something.
Captain's coming on the field now for Prattville. We'll take it down to Steak and Shake sideline reporter Coach Johnny Burnett for the captain numbers.
All right, we have number 76, C.J. Harris.
Like 52, Rodney Thompson. And
That would be Ryan McDaniel and P.J. Lucas.
That's it.
So let's just leave it at that. It's hard to walk and talk with this microphone because I got to be real still.
There you go. Let's go to the coin toss, middle of the field. Donnie's with the captains. Let's go to him right now.
All right, we got Phoenix City. We got 18, 32, 23, and 4.
That sounds good to me. Hard to know which ones they are because there's just double numbers.
Captain, we ask you to help with good sportsmanship tonight. What, you are the visiting team, so you get to call the coin toss tonight. Coin, we are flipping to this coin, that's head. Head. What is your choice, White? Head. Call head. And it is head.
And Prattville has won the toss.
That's right, baby.
All right, Prattville has won the toss and elected to defer. Get the ball to start the second half.
They choose indifference. Or they actually choose deference.
yeah, deference. An act of deference.
An act of deference, yes. Almost defiance, but it's deference. Well, the banner's up, Donnie.
All right, looks like trick or treat, smell defeat. Lions I can't read the bottom.
Lions can't be beat.
Can't be beat versus.
Hey, they've got a paper banner too.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it looks like it might be colored.
And it's pink too because I'm pretty sure that it's a pink out. It's a pink out over here.
That's right, for the entire month of October.
Yes,
all
it
around
is.
the world.
All right, well, guys, y'all are going to have to read it because I will have to be out on the field to see it because of the angle that they're.
Yes, it is currently face down.
Yes, it is.
But I'll bet it has some kind of catchy rhyme on it.
You
but it's
think?
going to be tough to beat the Halloween semblance that the Lions have put up tonight. We definitely have the taller banner from what I could see.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Here come the Lions out on the field in their road whites with the Cardinal trim and the Cardinal helmet. That beautiful power P on the side of the helmet. It's about time for a little football as the Lions take their spot along the visitor sideline. Glad to see all the parents came out to support the Lions tonight.
You know, Will, I want to talk a little bit about Central's offense. Their catalyst is their quarterback. And I know you know a nursery rhyme about this guy, Peter Parrish.
Yes.
Can you repeat that?
I believe it is Peter Parrish picked a peck of pickled peppers.
That's it.
If Peter Parrish picked a peck of pickled peppers, how many pickled peppers did Peter Parrish pick?
Guys, can anybody read that?
It says, "This is our year." One, and then a Lego block.
Yeah,
I believe that's supposed to be an 8. Our coach, something on the side.
Beat Prattville.
Beat Pville.
Hashtag beat Prattville. Hashtag our coach.
This is our year.
I don't get the.
I think all the players have signed inside the 1 and the 8.
Yeah, I see that.
What is the 1 and the 8?
It's
It's 2018. But they would be the 2017.
That would be next year.
Right, so maybe
they think they're going to be winning.
I
got to give it to Prattville because I can't understand it.
Well, maybe it is 1 and then block. So it can be whatever you want it to be.
That's right. Which, if you can't describe it, you lose.
Right. And if you think your year is 2018, then
you're really
planning for the future.
Yeah.
And here come the Red Devils through their big pink banner. Maybe it was red before, like Red Devils, but it let it set out in the sun and it turned pink. At any cost, they're on the field and they're wearing all black tonight. It's a black out and a pink out together. Black pants, black jerseys, white numerals with the Red Devil helmet. And they've finally gone through their video board with the run-through. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID here on the Prattville Lions Network. Welcome back to Trawick Field, Garrett Harrison Stadium, and we're ready to kick this thing off as the Lions have deferred to the second half, and we'll be kicking off to the Red Devils to start this ball game.
But getting to Central's offense, they are led by their quarterback, Peter Parrish, who got to play a little bit last year, but he's really come on this year as a senior, and he is the guy that pulls the trigger. I mean, he's got a great arm. He's a very physical runner. He's the key to Central. If they win the state, it'll have to be because of Peter Parrish led them to there, and they have so many weapons. I mean, Justin Ross, obviously the #1 player in the state of Alabama, #3 wide receiver in the country, is that one of the guys he gets to throw to. They've got a bevy of running backs, speed, quickness, and we talked about in pregame, they got a freshman running back that's about 6 foot 215 that you'll hear a lot about down the road, and he'll probably play some tonight. In fact, he's deep right now.
P. Ryan set to kick this thing off. Moving from our right to our left. He puts toe to leather, and we are underway here in Phoenix City, Alabama, and this is going to sail into the night sky. Touchback for Ty P. Ryan, and the Red Devils will take over at their own 20-yard line to start this game. Let's take it down to Steak and Shake reporter Donnie Burnett down on the sideline. Donnie.
That was a really nice kick by Ty. 80 yards now. No chance on a return. You got to like your start there.
Can't ask for much more.
And it's going to be interesting to see how we line up on Ross. Right now they got Brandon Butts, who's a good foot shorter than not quite a foot.
About a half a foot.
About 8 to 10 inches shorter. And he's lining up in press man with no safety help. So I promise you they're going to throw to him right now.
Peter Parrish targets him on first down. Ross makes the catch at the 35-40.
He may be
on his feet 45-50, and Ross is going to the 30, to the 20, all the way. One play, 80 yards. Justin Ross, touchdown Devils. Just that quick. 14 seconds into the ball game, and the Devils lead.
You can't expect anybody to guard him one-on-one. He ran a slant route, and the backside safety got blocked by the wide receiver on the other side, and he's so fast. He's 6'4", about 200 pounds, and he's got to be maybe a high 4'4" guy, but he's the #1 guy in the state of Alabama.
And he is blazing speed.
And Brandon Butts has played as well as anybody this whole year, but you're asking something that's impossible to do there.
Central on for the point after now. Snap and hold and kick, and it is high and into the nets that protect the Jumbotron, and good. 11:46 to play, opening quarter. Devils 7, Lions 0, and let's stay right here since we haven't been on there very long.
Well, and really, it's we've seen some outstanding receivers the last few years. Or you had Jamal Couch 2 years ago that played, now is in his second year starting at Mississippi State.
Right.
Henry Ruggs, who has 5 catches at Alabama for 5 touchdowns. And now you got maybe the best one here, Justin Ross. I don't know where you've seen more high school wide receiver talent in our little region compared to the country.
I don't know. It is definitely
it's unbelievable.
A cluster of talent here.
And, you just got to that was a simple play, but when you get a simple play to an outstanding player, it's hard to stop them.
Phoenix City kicks away left to right and fielded at the 12, brought to the 15, 20, 25 is Malik Smith, making it the 29-yard line. So Prattville takes over at their own 24, to start their first drive of the first quarter. Trailing the Devils 7-zip early in the first quarter, 11:41 to play here at Trawick Field at Garrett Harrison Stadium.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about the defense, not quite as much. They're going to be a 3-man front. They can all run. Every one of them can fly to the ball. And like I said, if they have a weakness, they do give up the deep ball quite often because they play right in your face. Very rarely will play zone. They may have one safety that'll play zone, but
we see J.J. Jackson lining up at receiver here to start the game. 2 receivers to the near side, 3 to the far side. Trey Edwards now sends Jackson in motion. He'll come set to his right. And he's going to play action pass and make the catch at the 30-yard line, the 29-yard line. No, he's dropped it. Hit as he caught it and dropped Marquise Washington at the 33. Incomplete it goes. He took a big shot.
Yeah, it was a good throw, and he caught it, but he just got leveled, and that's what you got to do. And they're that aggressive, and just a good throw, just good play by the Phoenix City defense there.
2nd and 10 now for the Lions at their own 24-yard line. Edwards now 4 receivers in the set, 1 to the near. It's Petway. Edwards rolling to the far side, still rolling, now throwing. Incomplete at the sticks at the 34-yard line, looking for Washington again. Bounced it to him, and we've got a 3rd and 10 coming up now for the Lions.
Guys, Washington was banged up on that play.
Yeah.
He tried to get out, but in the hurry up, he couldn't get out. So we got a new receiver in for him now.
The new receiver is number 2, Brandon Jackson.
Yep.
Checking on the far side, you got Petway and Jackson, and J.J. Jackson here on the near side. You've got Smith, McDaniel, and Jackson on the far side. 3rd and 10 here for the Lions. 11:30 to play, opening quarter. Lions at their own 24, trailing 7-0. And here's Edwards. He's going to keep on the quarterback keeper. He's got room across 35. Edwards 40, 50, 45. He steps out of bounds at the Central Phoenix City 43-yard line. Big run by Trey Edwards. Keep the drive moving for the Lions. Just a quarterback keeper, and called the Devils flat-footed.
Yeah, 3rd and 10, and Trey's got outstanding speed, but boy, you saw that secondary closing in on him, and he did a good job getting out of bounds there to not get hit. We can't afford to have him get hurt, but what an outstanding play. Good job by the offensive line opening up a big hole.
1st and 10 for the Lions at the Devils 45-yard line. Smith coming in motion, now comes set. And here's a give to Jade. No, Edwards keeps it. Now looking downfield, looking for Malik Smith. Flag on the field and incomplete at the 10-yard line. And there's a flag on there. And there's also a flag down at the 40-yard line.
Well, that was I didn't see the first flag, but that was definitely down there.
Well, the problem with down here, the official that was running with the receiver and the defensive back didn't throw the flag. It was the the guy from the middle of the field. I don't
Yeah.
know how you didn't see that.
Well, I don't think he can make that call because of he was running with the play. And that's why the other one helped him out. But
Trying to
I
sort this
I
out.
don't want him to be offsetting.
Yeah, there's 2 flags on the play. One is at the 40 and one is a pass interference at the 10.
Yeah.
And we'll see from the white cap what they're going to call here, as he's going to inform everybody now. And they're marking it off against the Devils. It's a holding against the Devils that is declined and a pass interference that will be accepted. So it must be holding one receiver and interfere with another. The Lions move inside the 30-yard line now. Well, they move to the 30-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. Lions at the Devils' 30-yard line, trailing 7-zip. 11:15 remaining opening quarter. The Lions are on the move here. 1st and 10 at the Devils' 30. Kylan Petway checks in the game now, along with J.J. Jackson. Ryan McDaniel loads up the far side. Edwards drops the pass and rolls to the far side, looking to pass, throwing toward the end zone. Double coverage down there, incomplete at the 4. Incomplete at the 4-yard line. He was looking for McDaniels down in that corner, but he was covered up well.
And Ryan McDaniel was held as he went by. I saw the defender, number 1, grab his jersey to catch back up with him, but no call there. But when we go to Donnie, I have to ask D'Angelo Jones, who haven't seen him yet. Don't know if he's dressed out or hurt or what, but maybe Donnie can find out on that, because he is certainly somebody we could use tonight.
2nd and 10 now for the Lions at the Devils' 30-yard line. Trailing 7-zip early here in the first quarter. And now Edwards wants to pass, steps out of a blitz. Now he's going to run across the 30, 25, and ducks down at the 24-yard line.
You got a holding penalty.
Flag down at the 31, and it is a hold against the Lions. Goodness gracious. So the 3rd and manageable coming up for the Lions is going to become 2nd and long once they reset this ball back at the 41-yard line, I believe. Just outside the 40 of Central. It'll be 2nd down and 20. 2nd and 20 for the Lions.
I think for Prattville, you got to continue to be aggressive and throw these deep balls, because I'm telling you, these corners and safeties are playing so aggressive. They're very physical, and they'll reach out and grab a jersey. Maybe we can get a call here.
10:55 remaining here in the opening quarter. 7-zip, Central Phoenix City. 2nd and 20 for the Lions at the Devils' 40. Here's Edwards to pass again. Throws it to the flats. Completes it to Trey Petway at the 25-yard line. A bullet by Petway to Petway, and he makes the catch.
And Petway snagged it he couldn't have seen it. Just barely saw it and made an outstanding catch, and you could hear the crowd, the Central crowd, just kind of ooh and ah over that one.
Yeah.
That was a fantastic throw and catch right there.
That's
about a 12-yard out route. That was
Yep.
a good job.
3rd and 5 now for the Lions at the Central Phoenix City 25-yard line. Trying to equalize the score here as they trail early. 80-yard Justin Ross catch is the difference thus far. And now here is Edwards. McDaniel's coming in motion, moving back to the far side. And he's going to play action pass, play action and keep it on the run, that is, across the 20. Picks up his first down at the 19-yard line. Trey Edwards, 6 yards, picks up the first down.
Outstanding fake to J.J. Jackson. They just collapsed on J.J., and he pulled it, and Trey did a great job squirting through there and getting the first down there.
So the Lions now in the Central Phoenix City red zone, in the Red Devil red zone with 10:27 to play here in the opening quarter. Central scored on one play, and Prattville has driven the field from their own 24 now to the Devils' 19, trying to equalize. 1st and 10. Now whistle blows. So the flag comes in from the end zone.
You have a delay of game.
Delay of game. Delay of game pushes the Lions back to the 24 of Central, where it will be 1st and 15. Now here's Edwards again from the shotgun. Shifts his backs to the left. From the middle of the field, Edwards throws toward the sideline, and McDaniel in and out of his hands. It might have got tipped right before it got to him, but would have been completed the 15, but no good.
Yeah, Devontae Matthews, a junior safety or actually he's a linebacker. He was covering the slot there, and he might have got a finger on it, but we couldn't really tell. But either way, be 2nd and 15. But Trey's got some heat on the ball tonight. He's throwing some good passes.
He's on target. He is on target. 2nd and 15 now for the Lions at the Devils' 24-yard line. We got timeout on the field. Prattville's going to call a timeout and reorganize here. We're going to take a 30-second break as well. 7-zip is your score. 10:09 to play. Lions trail. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
When choosing which pest control company you will trust to protect your home and family, cost and quality can go hand in hand. Serving the hardworking families of the River region since 1967, the Bowen family has made it our mission to offer top quality service at a price that is fair and affordable. So why pay more to one of the big chains for less service? Call Aero Pest Control next time you want to enjoy money well spent. We'll guarantee personal service at an affordable price, so give us a call today.
Welcome back to Trawick Field at Garrett Harrison Stadium, Phoenix City, Alabama, home of the Central Phoenix City Red Devils. 7-zip is your score. Central on top, 10:09 to play in the opening quarter. Prattville trying to equalize now. They've got a 2nd down and 15 coming up from the Central Phoenix City Red Devil 24-yard line. Coming out of the timeout now. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far is Petway. Edwards from the shotgun. Drops back to pass and now fires incomplete at the 17-yard line. Another perfectly timed hit by the cornerback. Hit as the ball was getting there, and Smith just couldn't hold. Malik just couldn't hold on to it.
Actually drove him off the ball, and Trey was a little late getting that to him, and then he threw it a little high. If he throws that a little quicker, Malik has an opportunity to catch it and maybe even make him miss, but it was just a late throw then.
3rd and 15 coming up for the Lions. Still just outside the Red Devil zone, red zone at the 24. Edwards looking back to pass. Under some pressure, throws it up and makes the catch at the 5-yard line and scampers into the end zone. Is he in? No, they're going to mark him down.
Oh, mark him out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 4.
He stepped out at the 4.
Malik Smith makes the catch and a nifty move to get him inside the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal now for the Lions at the 4-yard line. 9:58 to play in the opening quarter. Central 7, Prattville 0, but now Prattville less than 5 yards away from tying this game up. But Malik Smith is playing banged up tonight. But he is he's not any worse for the wear. He's playing like a champion right now. Edwards loads the shotgun once again, sends McDaniel in motion, and it's going to be a quarterback keeper. Edwards trying to get inside. He'll get to maybe the 3 if he got anywhere.
That just shows you the speed of the Central. Looked like he was going to score.
Yeah.
You know, he rode that fake as long as he could, and he turned it up, and I thought he's going to go in, and all of a sudden it just collapsed on him, and that just shows you the speed that Central Phoenix City defense has.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and goal for the Lions from the Red Devil 4-yard line. They load the secondary up again. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Edwards looks to pass, looking downfield, now firing into the end zone.
That's got to be
incomplete, but there is a flag down at the goal line.
Oh, yeah. No doubt.
That's what I told y'all, start of the game. They're aggressive. They're going to hold. They're going to grab jerseys. It's just whether we're going to get the calls or not.
Yeah.
We've got to throw to that. And that defender right there that was on Petway is the one that's been delivering the hits to Malik Smith. He's very aggressive, and that should get us a first down, right?
This should be a 1st and goal from right the 2-yard line.
2nd down.
Why is it not a 1st down?
Shouldn't it be first?
Well, this referee over here signaled 2.
Oh, okay.
Okay. 2nd and goal now from the 2. Petway fades into the corner of the end zone, looking up to make the catch. Did he make it?
He got it.
He made the catch.
He makes the catch. Touchdown. Prattville. It's Trey Petway.
Yeah. Hey, what a great play. Trey might have got away with a little push there, Donnie.
Maybe.
I don't know, but we won't talk about that.
Well, no, let's do talk about it because both of them had handfuls of jerseys.
Well, then that's all right.
And both of them went up for the ball, and we just came down with it. It's a great play.
Trey Petway using all that 6'3" frame to come down with that ball. Beautiful catch in the back corner of the end zone. And now Noah Sheets 1 point away from the equalizer here. 9:13 to play in the opening quarter. Central Phoenix City 7. And the kick by Sheets is up, and there's a stoppage in play. It was good, but it won't stand. We'll
Yeah, there's some movement, I believe, on Prattville because all the Central players started pointing. So let's see what happens.
Well, if they all saw it, then, you know.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh, no. It was
cross sides.
Cross sides against the Red Devils.
All right, do you go for 2?
Does that make us have to kick it again? We should just take the point.
I'd go for 2. But we're not going to. We're going to kick it.
Yeah.
Sheets on to try this again from 1.5 yards closer. Snap and hold, and the kick is up, and it's blocked. It's blocked. So the offsides on the defense from Central Phoenix City cost us a point. That doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right. We're going to take a 30-second break anyway and gripe about it off the air. 6-7 is your score. Prattville trails by 1. We'll be back after these words.
Don't throw away your money, especially on replacement auto parts. In most cases, aftermarket parts are just as good and a heck of a lot cheaper than factory parts. D&J Auto Parts in Prattville is all hooked up with Auto Plus, a nationwide leader in the automotive aftermarket. Don't you dare go to another parts store before checking the great prices at D&J Auto Plus, 175 Highway 82 Bypass in Prattville.
Welcome back to Trawick Field at Garrett Harrison Stadium. Your score, Prattville 6, Central 7. Most play the scoring drive was a 15-yard pass to Trey Petway in the back corner of the end zone. Touchback on the field on the kick from P. Ryan. No appointment needed at Sport Clips. The Sport Clips MVP experience includes a precision haircut, massaging tea tree shampoo, and the legendary hot steam towel. Sport Clips in Prattville in front of Target on Legends Parkway, and they sponsor our most valuable play of the scoring drive. Let's take it down to our Steak and Shake Southern reporter, Coach Donnie Burnett.
Okay, you could have declined the penalty, but you still would have had to re-kick because you couldn't take the points there. It's not like college football where you get an offsides or encroachment and you take off with it. And I'll give you a D'Angelo Jones update here in just a second.
Parrish from under center on first down, and the play is blown dead. As they sort this out, let's get the update from Donnie.
D'Angelo is standing on the sideline with his arm in a sling.
Oh, boy.
And the bottom 2 fingers on his left hand are wrapped up. He had surgery on some broken fingers. I believe they had to put a pin in there, if I'm not mistaken.
Broke his pinky last week. Parrish with a give to the left side, bouncing off tackles at the 25 to the 26-yard line. Trey Thompson finally coming up with a stop. 6-yard pickup for the Devils. It'll be second down, 2-yard pickup.
Yeah, it looked like P.J. Lucas got a little piece of him, too, after Trey got the initial hit. But they're still lining up Brandon Butts on Ross. Press man coverage. Safeties are way up.
Second down 8 from the 22, the Red Devils. And here's Justin Ross. Play action pass, looking downfield. Now throws it out complete to number 91 at the 40-yard line, 45-50, 45-40.
That's a big man.
Down to the Prattville 38-yard line, number 91, Eddie Gilmore III, a tight end listed at 6'3", 270 pounds.
Yeah.
Rumbling down the field.
I was thinking, say, that's the worst nightmare of a 5'7", 155-pound corner is to see a 6'3", 270 tight end running up the field because he ain't going to dodge you.
No, he's coming at you.
He's coming at you. And
I thought that was the tackle.
He's tackle size. First and 10 for the Red Devils at the Prattville 37-yard line. Parrish to pass again. Incomplete. Brandon Butts knocks it away from Justin Ross on the same play that scored earlier.
Yeah.
Brandon Butts right in his hip pocket. Came up underneath his arms and knocked that pass away.
Well, that's a great job. And, man, now let me tell you something. Brandon Butts accepting this challenge to guard the number 3 wide receiver in the country that is outstanding.
Here's second and 10. Parrish keeps it and slides in at the 32-yard line. About a 5-yard pickup. It's going to be third down and 5 now for the Devils at the line's 32-yard line. 8:12 to play here in the opening quarter. Prattville 6, Central 7. Lions trailing by 1 on a missed PAT thus far. now have a chance to stop Central here. 3rd down and 5 at their own at the line's 32-yard line. Here's Parrish again from the shotgun. Hands it off to Faison. Faison bounces up the middle, bounces back to the outside, and short of his first down by about a yard. Stop made by Brandon Butts. Stopped at the 28-yard line about a yard short. It's going to be 4th down and about a yard to go. Maybe give them 4th and 2. They spot him at the 31-yard line. The 29-yard line. The line to make is the 27. 4th down and 2 for the Devils. And Parrish just drew us off sides.
Wow.
And the Devils pick up an easy first down. Well, it doesn't get any simpler than that. 4th and 2, and hate to see that happen. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Devils now at the Prattville 19-yard line. 7:20 to play here, opening quarter. Lions trail by 1. It's 7-6 to the number 1 team in Alabama high school football. Here's Parrish. He's going to load 2 to the near side, 1 to the far side. Now sending motion to the far side, looking to pass, throwing toward the end zone, and it is caught at the 2 and rolled into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Devils.
And that's their speed guy right there.
Number 1, right?
Number 4, I think it
4?
was.
It is 4.
4. And I forgot his name, William Clanton Jr.
William Clanton Jr.
He's their speed receiver. If Justin Ross wasn't fast enough
right.
already. But, you know, it wasn't bad coverage. It's a perfect pass right through there. And then he was able to spin off a tackle and get in the end zone. But just a good job by that Central offense.
Let's see if the Lions can jump off sides and draw them closer for the extra point here. They don't, and the kick is up, and it's good. With 6:59 to play in the opening quarter, it's Central 14, Prattville 6. We'll take a 30-second break and come right back. Lions football continues after these words.
I could have built a drugstore anywhere in Montgomery, but it was this neighborhood that needed it. When I moved here, it was thriving. I want to see it that way again. Riverbank made borrowing the money easy when other banks didn't. It's nice when people care enough to make sure you have what you need. That's how I treat my customers, and that's how the folks at Riverbank treat me.
Welcome back to Garrett Harrison Stadium. 14-6. Central leads our Prattville Lions right now. Another touchdown pass from Peter Parrish. And now the Lions were set back to receive the kick. It'll be a short kick received by Butts at the 12-yard line. 15. That's Malik. Malik reverses his field, cuts it back to 15, still on his feet, rumbling again. He's got a little room now. 15, 20, 25, 30. Malik Smith on his horse along the sideline. 40. Got a blocker. It's JJ out to the 47-yard line and tosses it. Tosses it to one of the assistant coaches on the way out of bounds along the Phoenix City boundary. Great return. Great return by Malik Smith out to the 46-yard line, and that's where we'll take over. Let's go down to Donnie Burnett, our Steak and Shake sideline reporter.
Well, that scared me for a second. I screamed, stop running backwards.
I said that earlier in the year.
Yeah. Yes, you did.
Yeah,
that was at Enterprise. But
Malik can go backwards. He's the only one.
I'm going to tell you, on Central's last touchdown, the speed sweep fake is what got our corner turned. That's how he got inside that crease right there and scored.
Mm-hmm. 1st and 10 here for the Lions at their own 46-yard line. Kylan Petway now coming in motion, and Edwards going to keep it. Room up the middle. Edwards may go all the way. Edwards 30. Edwards 20. He's going to go. Touchdown, Prattville. Trey Edwards, 44 yards. And the Lions draw closer again. It's 14-12 as they trail the Devils with 6:37 to play.
That's Central's weakness right there. They had everybody within 3 yards of the line of scrimmage, and if you bust it open, you're going to score.
That's right.
Great job right there by the Trey and that offensive line there.
Now Sheets on for the point after. If we can keep the Central Phoenix City Red Devils on sides, we might get this point in. 14-12 is your score. Prattville now on for the extra point. Noah Sheets, Ryan McDaniel holds. Kramer snaps, and the kick is up. This one's good with 6:37 to play in the first quarter. Central 14, Prattville 13. We're going to keep it right here. Hey, because you're a Lions fan listening to the game, you can Extreme Bowl at Bama Lanes in Prattville for half price. Extreme Bowling happens every Friday and Saturday night from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. The normal cost, including unlimited bowling and sugar rental, is $10. And with this week's Bama Lane secret phrase, you can extreme bowl for $5. That's half price when you sign in, but you must tell them the secret phrase. And this week's phrase is, resist the devil and he will flee from you. James 4:7. Food for thought.
What an outstanding run, Trey. I mean,
no doubt. 44 yards right up the middle, untouched. That is your Sportclips most valuable play of the scoring drive. Fantastic play by Trey Petway. Trey Edwards. A lot of Treys out there.
Yeah, it was a good hole opened up by the offensive line, and Trey was just really didn't have any competition hardly. You know, those guys can run over there, but it was such a wide open hole, and nobody saw it till it was too late. But good job by Trey Edwards.
Well, on your first drive, when you have 14 plays and 12 of them are in the air, they expect you to come out throwing, and that just hit huge.
P. Ryan, onside kick. It's on the ground. Ball is on the ground. I believe Prattville has recovered it.
We got it.
Prattville recovers at the 49-yard line of Central. Onside kick, beautifully done by Ty P. Ryan, and the Lions are back in business. They've got the ball.
Wow, that was a great job and good call by that Prattville coaching staff right there to that and get this ball. And hey, the best thing you can do is keep that Central offense off the field, and
yes,
that does it right there.
Sometimes the best defense is a solid kicking game.
You got Kramer at quarterback.
Kyle Kramer on the field as your quarterback. Smith split way out wide on the far side of the field here. Kramer drops back to pass, looking downfield, firing deep, looking for Trey Petway. Petway makes the catch at the 5 and dropped it. Oh, he dropped it at the 3. It was in his mitts. He had it all. Oh, he almost had it. Perfect pass by Kyle Kramer.
He threw that 50 to 55 yards, and it was dead on the money.
Threw it in the bucket. Threw it in a bucket. Wow.
And what did we say? Central can get beat because they're so
in the
aggressive.
middle of the field.
Yeah. It blows my mind that Central stays this aggressive on defense,
and they're still doing it.
Yep.
Kramer remains the quarterback right now. Second and 10 Lions from the Central 49. And here's a give to JJ. JJ bounces to the outside and gets a yard, maybe 2, to the 47. As the clock continues to move, 6:19 to play here in the opening quarter. And surprise, surprise, AHSAA 7A football. It's Prattville 13, Central 14. Third down and 8 now for the Lions at the Devil 47-yard line. Kramer looks to the side for a fresh set. He's got what he wants now. Sets his offense. He's got Smith and McDaniel here on the far side. Petway alone to the near side. Now sends McDaniel in motion, takes the snap, and drops the pass. Looking downfield, steps out of pressure. He's going to have to run with it. He goes down at the 49. Loses 2 on the play, and the Lions, with a brilliant onside kick, will have to go for naught here. So I have to punt this one away.
Trey Petway, you've got to think the coaches said, look, everybody in the country is going to be watching number 5 for Central City on the other side. This is your opportunity to show a lot of people out here what you can do. Trey Petway's had an outstanding game so far. It's a shame he couldn't come down with that last one. It was very tight coverage, but the ball was on the money. And I think the defender may have gotten a hand in to strip it away right at the end.
Tylen P. Ryan comes on to punt. Justin Ross back at his own 10 to receive. Punt is away, and an end-over-end punt away from Justin Ross. Beautifully done. It takes a Prattville bounce at the goal line and bounces out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
Look at that.
What a punt by Ty P. Ryan. Everything going right for the Lions right now. 4:55 to play in the opening quarter, and the Devils are staked inside their own 5-yard line at the 2 after a beautiful punt by Ty P. Ryan. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Prattville Lions Network.
They've got their backup quarterback that's just like Kramer. He's a young sophomore, I believe, and he's the exact same
drops
kind
back
of
the pass
player.
And makes a completion at the 8-yard line, and the line's on him quickly. Put him down right there. Justice Trainer coming in on that stop. I believe the quarterback is number 15, that Caden Melton.
Yeah, and he is a clone of Kramer. They're both sophomores. They both can throw the ball. They're both about 6'3". He's going to be in 2 years. Yeah, you got to think these guys are really going to be
quarterback wars.
Yeah, going to be top players.
2nd down and 5 for the Red Devils at their own 8-yard line, and passes deflected at the line of scrimmage and almost picked up by the defense and rumbled in, but it falls to the ground. Well, a great play by this defensive front to get those paws up right there. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 5.
I believe it may have been Rodney Thompson, and then Eddie Brown almost picked it off there, but boy, that would have been a quick 6 right there.
Said 3rd and 5, make it 3rd and 4 for the Red Devils from their own 8-yard line. As Melton stays in at quarterback. He's going to change his play call. Play clock at 10. Game clock at 4:16 here in the opening quarter. 14-13 is your score. Central leads us by a point. Now he's got it. He drops back to pass. Quick pitch out to the left side. Complete across the 15. Out to the 20-yard line before he's gang tackled by that Prattville defense. Out to the 22-yard line. And the ball comes loose apparently. No signal yet. And they said the Devils maintain it.
Good aggressive tackling right there. It looked like we were trying to strip it as the receiver kind of picked up a few extra yards trying to get it stripped.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Red Devils now at their own 22-yard line. 4:02, 4 minutes now left in the opening quarter. Lions 13, Devils 14. Lions defense trying to resist this Devil attack as Caden Melton remains in the game. Shotgun, snap, and now motion all over the field. And that's going to push the Devils back, I believe.
You know, Central may be kind of turning on themselves a little bit. You see some of the frustration in the players and alongside the bench as well. You that time you saw the one of the linemen kind of point at the quarterback like he was his cadence wasn't even or something, but that happens. It can be bad news for your team chemistry there.
1st and 15 for the Devils at their own 18, and now Melton rolls and throws complete at the 30-yard line out to the 35-yard line and yanked down by his hair. The 16 was yanked down by his hair by BB, but
you can do that.
Yeah, there was a penalty thrown.
Oh, it was?
I believe, yes. There's a flag down.
Maybe he got his helmet.
But I don't know what the call could be.
It was a hair grab, was it not?
It was either that or the back of his helmet, which I guess they would call that as what do you call
his hair is all over the place. I mean,
yeah,
it's hard not to grab it. It's right there.
No, they picked up the flag, I think. No, they did. No, they did. I'm sorry.
They're marching it off.
Okay.
They're marching it off. The penalty play will put the Devils down to their own out to their own 49-yard line. I don't know.
I think he got the back of his helmet. I'm not sure, but it was right there on the Central sideline, so you got to think they're going to call that one right there. So
1st and 10 Central at their own 49-yard line. Melton at quarterback. Right with that solid 4-man front right now, trying to get some pressure on this quarterback as he has 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near side. Now sends a speed man in motion, and he's going to get that speed sweep around the left side. Room to move at the 40, 35, 30 to the 29 before he's bumped out of bounds, before he's bumped down. And there is a flag down at the 36.
Yeah.
So that
Josh Jones on the tackle for Prattville.
That nice run might come back here. We'll wait for the signal. Haven't seen one yet.
There it is.
It is a hold against the Red Devils. And Central hadn't really been tested like this except for maybe last week. And when you're routinely blowing people out, this is a different situation for them.
Yeah, you know, they kind of had it tough last week with Lee. Lee stayed with them till about toward the end of the 3rd quarter, but most of the time they've been blowing people out in the 1st quarter. Like I said, they had Jeff Davis 24-0 in the 1st quarter 2 weeks ago.
There's Melton again on the give up the middle. It's number 24 on the carry as Monte Faison He'll be shy of the first down, taken down outside the 42-yard line, about the 43. They'll give him the 42, 1 yard shy of the first down. It'll be 2nd down and 1 for the Devils at the Lions' 42-yard line. 2:48 to play here, the opening quarter. Prattville 13, Central 14. Caden Melton with twins on the far side, Ross alone on the near side, and gives off to Faison again. Hops over the pile, and he's running and rumbling across the 35 down to the 31-yard line before he's finally taken down by that Prattville defense, led by Josh Jones.
Brandon Butt's on there as well, but Faison runs hard, but he's hurt.
He is down.
That's a Central. Boy, that's not what you want to see. He's one of their top running backs.
Down at the 30-yard line. Let's take it down to our Steak and Shake reporter, Donnie Burnett, down on the sideline.
He took a helmet to the back, looks like, and I don't know if his leg got twisted up as he fell. Kind of hard to tell from my angle right here.
They're looking at a lower leg. It looks like knee, maybe.
It's well, you know, he got tackled from behind when he made that.
Oh, you broke up just a minute there.
Well, I'm not sure what's happening, but anyway, he made a little spin move and he got hit from behind, and I think his foot got caught between the other tackler that was coming up. I couldn't tell who that was. Maybe he's okay. Maybe he's just not.
Looks like he's getting up.
Looks like he's going to be able to come off under his own power. That's good to see. Our stadium producer tonight is Stacy Mills. Tonight's studio engineering crew includes Randy Williams, Olivia Carswell, and KK Harris, who are enjoying hot Papa John's pizza back at the studio. Better ingredients, better pizza. That's Papa John's. 2:29 to play here, opening quarter, and Faison is coming off very gingerly.
Yeah, he's not putting any pressure on that one leg, so it's his left knee, I believe.
Prattville 13, Central 14. First and 10 now for the Red Devils at the Prattville 30-yard line. Caden Melton from the shotgun. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Rolls to that far side and fires, complete at the 22-yard line and down just shy of the first down.
That was Clanton, the receiver that got the second touchdown for Central. Very, very quick, very fast receiver for them.
2nd down and 1 now for the Red Devils at the Prattville 21-yard line. Melton rolls to the far side now, fires again, complete to Ross this time. And Ross makes a man miss, but not the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th man. He's down to the 14-yard line along the Phoenix City boundary. It'll be a first down for the Red Devils at the 15-yard line.
Boy, that shows you how strong Ross is. You know, he's a wiry-looking guy, 6'3", 6'4". They say 200. I'm not sure he's that heavy, but he's got a lot of strength. You know, you saw him just push forward there.
We've got a holding call here.
Yeah, see that.
The hold is going to push Central back to the 33-yard line. I'm going to have to repeat the down. It'll be 2nd down and 13 now for the Red Devils back at the Prattville 33-yard line. Nice break for the Lions right there. Minute 26 to play, opening quarter. Lions trail by a point, 14-13 to the Central Phoenix City Red Devils. Here in Phoenix City, Alabama, Melton loads a shotgun and rolls to the far side, looking to pass. Now fires. BB Butts knocks it out of his hands. Oh, he might have got the interception. He's saying he picked it. Now they're going to say incomplete. They're going to say incomplete, but Brandon Butts is emphatic that he intercepted that ball. I believe he may have. But
well, you know what took it off is Josh Jones came over and laid the receiver out while the ball was bobbling. And so the referee, the sideline judge here, was watching the hit and didn't see the ball, so I didn't see what happened either. But
we're watching the instant replay right here, and Cameron couldn't really tell, but it was bang bang, and Brandon Butts is emphatic that he came away with it. But it'll be 3rd down and 13 now for the Red Devils at the Lions' 33-yard line. Caden Melton now pitches out into the flats. Got number 11 Faison out there, and Faison makes one man miss, but not the second, and he's going to be short of the first down at the 27-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down and about 7 to go for the Red Devils. And Now decision time. Jamar Faison. Another flag on the field. Another flag against Central, I believe. Flag is thrown at the 37-yard line. And they're sending 56 off the field. I believe he's guilty of another hold. Yes, he is holding. I guess he's the one on. I think he's lined up on P.J. Lucas. And they're going to decline the penalty. It's going to be 4th down.
We got to give it to.
The ball is right here, guys. They're lined up at the 43. But the penalty.
How did that happen?
I was hoping we were going to go with that.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah,
that works, guys. It's
I see.
They declined the penalty, so it's down where it was. 4th and 7. 4th and 7 now for the Red Devils at the Lions' 27-yard line. Under a minute to play here in the opening quarter. And it looks like the Devils are going to try and go for this. Play clock at 14, and they're still trying to get a play call in.
I got a timeout.
Now they're going to call a timeout.
There it is.
38 seconds left in the first quarter. Timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout as well. 14-13, Central leads. This is Prattville Lions football. 30-second timeout.
You never know who will be tonight's most valuable player, but you could be tomorrow's most valuable picker. That's because you can discover your next bargain at Prattville Pickers. It's the region's largest collection of everything unique. It's a treasure hunter's paradise and a collector's dream come true. Don't scrimmage through rummage. Go to Prattville Pickers for the best selection of everything unique. Cheer loud tonight for the game's most valuable player, and you can be the most valuable picker this weekend at Prattville Pickers on Highway 82 across from the Prattville Country Club.
Welcome back to Garrett Harrison Stadium. First quarter play still underway. 38 seconds left in the opening quarter. Prattville 13, Central 14. As we come out of the timeout, it's 4th down and a long 6. Short 7 here for the Red Devils. The line to make is the Prattville 20, and they're just inside the Prattville 27. And here's Caden Melton loading up the shotgun. They're going to let it go for it, and let's see what they try to do here. Looking to the sideline now for another set. Play clock at 10. Still don't have anything in. Now they've got it. Play clock's at 6, 5. Play clock down to 3, and they just do get the snap off. Now Melton drops back to pass, fires across the middle, and it is caught by Ross at the 10-yard line down to the 8.
And Brandon Buss is not too far. I mean, he's covered him pretty well. Ross is just that good.
That was a catch.
Yeah, he's as good as they come.
That was just an outstanding there. We had him covered, and he made a one-handed catch with his lead hand.
1st and goal now for the Red Devils at the Lions' 8-yard line. And here is the give to – no, quarterback keeps it on the give, the fake from Faison, and goes down at the 6-yard line. And that will probably carry us into the quarter as there's 18 seconds left. And they're not really rushing to get another play off.
That's an outstanding play by Justice Traynor. He
yes,
came from his safety spot to fill that gap and get the quarterback on the ground there.
5 seconds to play, and play does get off. Melton hands off to Faison. No, he keeps it again, and he goes down again at the 5-yard line. A 1-yard pickup on the play.
That time it's Trey Thompson, I believe.
Trey Thompson.
Into the quarter.
Into the first quarter, and your score, Prattville 13, Central 14. Second quarter coming up. We're going to take a 1-minute break. Lions football continues after these words.
1934 decided the world didn't need another hamburger. They needed a steak burger, so they used 100% beef. Quick seared to seal in the flavor you'll only get from a steak burger. Steak and Shake, home of the original steak burger.
New at Steak and Shake, 24 meals under $4 with handcrafted steak burgers, all beef steak franks, and fresh guacamole made from scratch. Get 24 meals for under $4. New at Steak and Shake.
At Sport Clips, we're always looking to enhance the sports experience. So we thought, what if we brought the game to you?
Are you ready for your hot towel?
Yeah, hit me with it. Yeah, me, over here.
I think we'll just leave it like it is.
The Sport Clips MVP experience. Great haircut, relaxing shampoo, and legendary hot steam towel. Sport Clips, it's good to be a guy.
Welcome back to Garrett Harrison Stadium. Second quarter play about to get underway. Great first quarter play here. Prattville 13, Central 14. Now as we start the second quarter play, is 3rd and goal for the Red Devils from the 5-yard line. Caden Melton has been quarterback for a good part of the first quarter and remains quarterback now. I wonder why Parrish has been pulled.
Well, if you saw him earlier in the game, you saw every time somebody got near him, he got on the ground. So I think this is just by design. And he played in this same situation against Lee last week. After a couple series, Parrish came back in. Of course, that was to win the region basically right there. This game doesn't mean that much to him other than the undefeated decision.
Apparently some words are being passed as the official, the Whitecap, has just had words with Coach DuBose on the Phoenix City sideline. Now he's going over to talk to Coach Anderson on our sidelines. Donnie's close to him. Let's see what our Steak and Shake Sun reporter could come up with down there.
I'm actually standing down here in the end zone. I have no idea what he told him.
Okay.
You know,
I'm on the ball right here.
You know,
that's why y'all.
We saw somebody looking.
The big
looked
bucks.
like you, right back.
Now, see the little short fat guy down here on the 8.
There's a bunch of them down there.
That's me. I'm the one in the red shirt.
Third and goal Devils from the 5. And Caden throws it to the end zone, incomplete. Actually, it was short of the end zone, around the 4-yard line, knocked away. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm just glad he didn't throw it to Ross.
Well, you should never throw it to Justin Ross.
Especially on 4th down coming up here.
I certainly wouldn't.
Yeah.
4th and goal now for the Red Devils from the line's 5. And they're going to go for it. They're going to go for it right here. Big play here. Big play and big part of the game as Melton lines up the shotgun. And we've got a stoppage. Timeout. Prattville calls a timeout. They want to talk this thing over. And as they're –
I'm glad we called it because Ross was fixing to run a slant route and probably would have scored.
Yeah.
At the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll be selecting a Buffalo Rock Pepsi Player of the Game. At next Friday's pep rally, the great folks from Buffalo Rock will be on hand to make a nice plaque presentation along with a certificate for Sport Clips for an MVP treatment. And great first quarter play. Lots of people, lots of Prattville Lions throwing their hats in the ring already for that accolade.
You know, one thing I wanted to speak of, too, when Donnie gets a chance, Kramer came out for us, last series. Trey Edwards, I take it, is okay. This is just giving him a breather, I think. But we probably need to check on that, too, to make sure Trey Edwards is healthy because last time we saw him, he was running the touchdown, right?
It is the Kyle Kramer package.
Okay, I got you. And that makes sense.
And, hey, I tell you, you saw exactly what Kyle Kramer can do with that 50-yard pass to Petway that was incomplete, but he threw it right in the bucket under duress.
If there's ever been a passing quarterback to come through Prattville,
that's it. Huh?
Kyle Kramer is that guy.
It's the Kramer.
I mean, he has been tooled to do that.
Well, there's Ross in single coverage again, so let's see what happens here.
4th and goal for the Devils from the 5.
Fade.
Melton fade to the end zone looking for Ross. And Ross.
He got it.
Touchdown.
He's that good, guys. I mean, Jordan Harrison was right there with him.
Wow.
A perfect pass on a fade to a 6'4" wide receiver.
Thought he may have stepped out of bounds. That was our only hope out there.
Let me tell you what he did. He didn't move until the ball was thrown. He didn't go when the ball was snapped. The quarterback threw the ball and then he took off.
What do you think of Justin Ross down in Burnett?
I think he's pretty good, but hey, I watched him catch balls in 7-on-7 when we played him at the junior high. He was pretty good then too.
I bet he was.
He's good. He's no Odell Beckham, but he's pretty good. I mean,
Yeah, he's not that good yet.
Well,
Yeah.
Kick is up and good for the Devils. 11:50 to play. 21 for Central and 13 for our Lions. We'll take a 30-second break and continue when Prattville Lions football rolls on after these words.
It's football season in Alabama, and for over 30 years, we've helped customers get to their favorite games with great deals on new Chevrolets, certified used cars, and our Value Lot specials. In a hurry to hit the road, use our Express Oil Change, where we run the no-huddle offense. Get your car serviced and a complimentary tire check and be gone in 10 minutes or less. At Larry Puppy Chevrolet, we treat people the way we would want to be treated. We keep it simple. Great people, great cars, great prices, and great service. Enjoy the game.
11:50 to play here at Garrett Harrison Stadium. Central has increased their lead to 8, 21-13 over our lines, and they kick off going from left to right for you folks listening at home. Fielded at the 5, brought to the 15 and hit and moved back. And dropped right there, back, dropped at the 5, but forward progress is going to have him out at the 13-yard line.
There's a Brandon Butts.
Out there.
Well, Brandon went to make a move, and his blocker stopped, and Brandon ran into the back of him. But I think it was
that doesn't help.
Malik. And
that's right.
So anyway, Justin Rawls, I'm gonna tell you, playing them, I remember he was in the 8th grade. We were playing 7-on-7 at Auburn. He made a one-handed catch on the sideline. And one-handed catch on the sideline, stuck both feet in, and then punched the old troubadour in the chest and said, "How about that?" And Cahoon started screaming, "He's 17 years old. Get him out of here." So he was just an 8th grader then, and he was that good back then.
Oh, yeah.
Trey Edwards back in at quarterback now. 1st and 10 lines from our 13. Here's a quick pitch out to Petway, or is that Washington, out to the 15 to the 16-yard line.
I believe it was Petway.
I believe so.
That was Petway.
Yeah.
That's our 6'3", Trey Petway out there.
Hey, and the reason I'm not breaking up anymore is my battery light was flashing. We got 2 fresh batteries in, so I'm good to go.
Atta boy.
Thanks, Milzer, for the batteries.
There you go.
2nd down and 8 now for the Lions. Ball is at the 16-yard line, our own 16. Lions trail 21-13 here on the road to Phoenix City. 11-13 to play before the half. And Edwards loads a shotgun. Play action pass, throws across the middle, incomplete, looking for Petway at the 23.
And I'm not sure Petway was ready or expecting that. Didn't look like it.
Yeah. Trey was looking for Petway, but Petway wasn't looking for Trey.
Yeah. Donnie and Will, did y'all know that Hugh Holland had a lake house in Clemson?
I had no idea.
Hey,
I had no idea. You can't hide
Have
anything.
you been invited?
Not yet, but I'm sure my invitations probably got lost in the mail or something. I'm glad they're listening, though.
Yeah.
Hollins and the Reeds and the Bonners, thank you guys for listening in and supporting this program. These guys are fighting hard tonight as Edwards loads a shotgun on 3rd and 8. Again, steps out of pressure, and has got to run with it. And he's going to get very close to his first down, about 2 yards shy. He's out to the 21-yard line. He needed the 23. He's going to be short.
You know, speaking of the Hollins, the Clemson cheerleader Brooklyn actually came to the junior high to see me the other day.
Are you sure that's what she came to do?
She did. She came to see came to see Coach Burnett. And we
got
an
invitation at our lake house?
I got an autographed picture.
Wow.
Hey.
Yeah. How about that?
Hey, I got a great picture of Hugh Holland on my phone I need to show y'all.
P. Ryan on the punt away under some pressure. Gets it away just barely and shanks it out of bounds at about the 48-yard line, our own 48-yard line. Well, that was a hair away from being blocked 3 different ways. But he does get it away.
Yeah. Hey, you see that picture, Will? What do you think?
Oh, my goodness.
Nice.
That guy works out.
Hey.
There ain't no doubt about it.
Back then he didn't.
There ain't no doubt about it.
Back then he didn't. He does now. You got to like those socks, you know.
Well.
But anyway.
You can tell a lot about a man by his sock game.
I tell you what, if I don't get an invitation to the lake house, I'm going to continue talking about this picture. But anyway, here we go.
Parrish back in the ball game now, leading the Central Phoenix City attack.
Parrish.
Peter Parrish, yes. Yes.
I think you should start off every series when he's with the poem.
Well, it's a difficult poem to get out.
Or nursery rhyme or whatever that is.
Gives on the end around. The freshman running back that you spoke of earlier gets his way down to the 37-yard line and has a few words for our Prattville defender who took him down. That's Josh Jones.
Talking about their freshman running back, I was telling Will earlier, I'd seen him earlier in the year. He is his name is Joseph McKay. Remember that name? He's 5'11", 215 in the 9th grade, and he is a man in the 9th grade.
Yes, that's how he identifies. 2nd down and 2 from the 38 of Prattville, and they give it to McKay again, and he carries across the 35 for a first down to the 33-yard line. 9:37 to play in the opening half.
Lucas and Fields on the tackle for the Lions.
21 for Central, 13 for Prattville. And Central in Prattville territory again at the 33-yard line. First down and 10. Peter Parrish picking peppers in the shotgun. McKay to his right. He's going to give to McKay again, and he's going to go nowhere. He's going to lose a couple yards back to the 36-yard line. They're going to mark his forward progress at 35, but he does lose some yardage. 2nd down and 12. Back at the 35.
I'm not real sure, but I think that was a bad read.
I think so.
I can tell you what kind of read it was. It was give the ball away and don't get your quarterback hurt.
And don't get me hit.
Yeah, because Peter Parrish is a stud, and he has not done anything tonight. The only time he ran, he slid down earlier, and I've never seen him do that the 3 games I've seen him play this year. So they're very wary of not getting another top player hurt.
Parrish again, this time he keeps it, and he's getting to the outside, 30, 25, 20, bounce to the outside, 10, bulls over man at the 5, and goes into the end zone. What did you say about him just a second ago?
That's what I'm saying.
He just rumbled into the end zone for a score.
Well, I'm saying he didn't want to play really, but I think he wanted to play that play.
Yeah.
He's a man. I mean, he's a stud. He's the catalyst. He's the guy that, if they're going to win it, he's going to have to be the guy to do it. But
you are correct. He is a man. He identifies as male.
Yes.
And
as
it is
a
now
full-size male.
27-13 is your score with 8:28 to play left in the second quarter. And on for the point after is the Phoenix City kicking team. Number 32, Zachary Johnson, does the kicking duties, and he's got the ball up and through the uprights. 8:28 to play before halftime. Your score, Central 28, Prattville 13. We'll take a 30-second break and come back right after these words.
Why would you spend $50 grand on a truck and then go to Big Box City to get a $10 fog light? Get rugged, dependable, and still affordable truck accessories at the River Region's leader, Blue Ox Outfitters on Cobbs Ford Road. The hottest selling name brand truck accessories, all-terrain tires and rims, plus professional installation. Blue Ox Outfitters, the strength that drives the legend. 2480 Cobbs Ford Road, I-65, exit 179.
23 will step in. Garrett Harrison Stadium, Trawick Field, 28-13 is your score. The Devils lead. Another touchdown run for Peter Parrish as they kick off now. Brandon Butts catches it at the 5-yard line, brings it out to the 20. In traffic, goes down to the 22, 23-yard line, where the Lions get another crack at it with 8:20 to play before the half, trailing 28-13 now to the Red Devils of Phoenix City. Let's go down to our Steak and Shake Southern reporter coach, Donnie Burnett. Donald.
I'm here. Hey.
Donnie, how was that barbecue sandwich you had?
I'm sorry?
Didn't you have a barbecue sandwich?
I sure did, man. We got here and had a nice little, I don't know, Ollie's or somebody's barbecue here.
Yeah.
Some barbecue sandwich and not close to Country's barbecue.
No.
But it was good.
Hard to get that good.
It was good because I didn't have lunch today.
Yeah.
So barbecue sandwich was good. Some chips and a drink. $6. Can't beat it.
You got to eat lunch, Donnie. That's the most important meal of the day besides breakfast and dinner. 1st and 10 Lions from their own 23-yard line. Edwards looking deep, looking for Petway. Petway makes the catch at the 40. Shoestring tackle at the 36-yard line. Central Phoenix City 36. And let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Prattville Lions Network. Get that scholarship. 1st and 10 now for the Lions at the Central Phoenix City 36-yard line. Big play right there from Trey Edwards to Trey Petway. The Trey connection good for about 50. And now Trey's going to keep this one, and he's going to go down back at the 39-yard line, taken down by number 4, Xavier Billingsley Jr.
Well, that time it's always hindsight, I know, but it looked like Petway, if he gives him the ball there, he might have a long way to run there because the defensive end had gotten trapped inside on that little zone read that he ran, but maybe we can see that a little down the road here.
2nd and 14 now back at the 40-yard line for the Lions. Snap. Edwards rolling out to the far side now, throwing downfield. Incomplete at the 30-yard line. Looking for Marquise Washington. A little high to the left. 7:18 to play before halftime. Central 28, Prattville 13. Prattville with an opportunity here. They got a 3rd and 14 at the Central 40-yard line.
Just got a text from Vic. He said it's 34 degrees in Fairbanks this morning. And I had a little snow last week, so, you know, Vic's.
He's hanging in there. 3rd and 14 here for the Lions at the Central 40. Petway now coming in motion, and Edwards keeps it up the middle and not getting much. Not back to the original line of scrimmage. He's down to the 38-yard line, where it will be 4th down and about 12 yards to go.
Well, they've got a new corner on trying to guard Trey Petway. They pulled the corner that he has beaten 2 to 3 times tonight. Looks like we're going to
punt this
one away.
Tylen P. Ryan comes on to punt, trying to put the Devils deep in their own territory. Remember the last time we did that, they made a 98-yard drive on us. So we'll see what happens here. P. Ryan heels down at his own 47, and it's a fake. Brandon Butts, and he's going to get snuffed at the 39-yard line.
Well, Central had their defense set up. They were expecting that, and
so they got a little bit of BB's face mask, and there is a flag down. It is a face mask against the Devils. And if it's of the 15-yard variety, it would give us a 1st down.
It is.
It certainly is.
1st down. There we go.
1st and 10 for the Lions on the fake punt face mask drawn up perfectly. That takes the Lions down to the 24-yard line of Central. 1st and 10 now with 6:28 to play. 6:28 to play in the 3rd quarter. And, you know, you got to have breaks like that. You got to have the breaks if you want to win a game like this, and the Lions are getting them.
And we were very fortunate there because Central had just had their regular defense out. They were expecting a fake, and they ate it up, but just our fortune, they did grab a face mask and got us the 1st down.
Edwards from the shotgun drops the pass. Under pressure and throws downfield looking for Petway. High and incomplete at the 13-yard line. Number 2, Damon Jones, the defensive back on him, waving his hands off like he did something, but it's just a high pass. Petway's going to pull it down.
Looks like Central brought a couple of more defenders that time as well. Put a little pressure on Trey.
Yeah.
Like he threw that off his back foot a little bit. Guys, I got to clarify something. My phone's blowing up here. I'll get to it in just a second.
2nd and 10 now for the Lions at the Devils' 24-yard line. 6:06 to play in the 2nd quarter. Edwards rolls to the far side looking to pass. Under pressure, throws toward the end zone, looking for McDaniel, and it is intercepted at the 5.
Well, that was an outstanding play.
That was a great play.
Hold still. We got a flag on the play.
Penalty flag down at the 32-yard line.
Holding against us.
It's holding, okay. Probably going to decline that,
yep.
I would guess.
They might. They might.
Well, go ahead with your question there, Donnie. You were talking about.
That's as good as the punt we would have had, though.
Yeah.
I made the comment that I skipped lunch today.
Yeah.
And there are people that can't believe that I actually skipped lunch today. But I really did, because when I got to school at 7:05 this morning and went down to the lunchroom to say good morning to all the wonderful lunchroom ladies at Prattville Junior High.
Right.
She said, Coach, I need you to try this and tell me how you like it. We now have steak biscuits, and they are 10 times better than Hardee's ever thought about a steak biscuit.
Wow.
Nice.
I had a bowl of grits and my regular morning breakfast of sausage and grits, and throw a steak biscuit on there, and honestly, I just really wasn't hungry.
Oh, I see that.
Melton looking deep on 1st down from the 5, incomplete at the 40. Intended for number 14, Derek Moore Jr. Covered up well by the Prattville defender. Is that Butts again?
No, that is
the Central coaches don't like
Turbo.
it
Number 3,
at
that's
all.
Turbo. That's Tag Buford.
What happened is Turbo got away with one right there. He kind of grabbed the jersey, but that's happened pretty much all night on both sides of the ball. They didn't call that one. They could have. And the Central, I think everybody in the Central stands saw the jersey being held a little bit, but I'm not sure it would have been catchable anyway.
I did not see it at all.
I know the receiver coach from Phoenix City saw it.
Yeah, he was upset.
He was very upset.
Yeah.
How could you tell? 2nd and 10, Devils from their own 5, and now a quick pitch out to number 4. That's Clinton again. Clinton pulls his head down, puts his head down, and runs through a defender to the 19-yard line. Josh Jones finally making the stop along with his buddy Jordan Harrison over there. Gets him out to the 20-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Red Devils.
Josh Jones, you've called his name out a lot tonight, followed by laying the lick from Josh Jones there. He's playing lights out tonight.
Yep.
Yes, he's leading the charge out in that defensive secondary. 5:46 to play here in the second quarter. 28-13, Central on top right now. Melton throwing deep, looking down for Ross. And Ross makes the catch at the 40, and nobody's going to catch him. Touchdown. And what was a 1-point game has now become a 21-point game. As Central now leads 34-13.
Justin Ross has got over 200 yards. Have to be. First one was 80. How far was that one?
That one was from the 20. That's another 80.
So 160 in 2 plays.
Yeah.
And he caught some more, I'm sure. He's got to have 200 yards here in the first half. Guys,
he
he's
got
that
80
good.
on the first play.
The first quarter and a half.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. We still have
half
I
the
swear
second
it
quarter.
seems like we're in the 4th quarter already, but Justin Ross is the real deal.
He's pretty good. I'm not going to take it away from him. The kid can play. I mean, he's got some talent. 35-13 is your score after the kick. 5:35 to play in the second quarter, and we'll be right back after these words. 30-second break coming up.
It's not too early to sign up to make money. The region's largest quality kids consignment sale will happen October 21st through 29th. It's the Mom's Marketplace Fall Sale at Prattville Pickers. Children's clothing, shoes, accessories, toys, books, strollers, swings, furniture, even maternity, and much, much more. Quality kids items at momsmarketplace.net. Be a volunteer to earn more and shop first. And it's the largest kids consignment sale in the region. Sell, shop, save. momsmarketplace.net and on Facebook.
But 2 of them could.
Yep.
Central Phoenix City kicks away to the lines. Flag on the play.
I believe cross sides.
I believe so.
It was cross sides over here.
You know, I call that a lot in growing up in elementary, intermediate school, PE. Cross sides on the kickoff. You could see it from the other side.
Yeah.
You know, from if you're the receiving team, you can see cross sides. So that's what the call was all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it is right here, cross sides.
And it's a good call. It's the right call. 35-13 is your score. Prattville now trails Central by 22. It was a 1-point game when we started the second quarter, but the second quarter has been all Central. They put 3 scores on the board. And now they're kicking away to our lines, moving from right to left. And this is a low end-over-end kick fielded by Butts at the 10, 15, 20. And that's where he'll stop as he's wrestled down by his headgear. So with 5:29 to play in the second quarter, Prattville will take over at their own 19-yard line.
Hey, let's go back to Central's last touchdown.
Do we have to?
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to, but I just want to say Butts was step for step with him for 20 yards. And then the last 30 yards or whatever, he was 15 yards ahead of him.
Yeah, I mean.
Just to tell you how
they call
fast.
that a burst?
Tell you how fast that guy is. Oh.
You know, all the receivers we've seen, what we talked about already, he's the most polished one we've seen.
Oh, yeah.
And he's right there with Julio Jones is ready to play and make a difference in Division I ball.
Edwards keeps it across the right side. He'll get out to the 25-yard line. And that'll give him – they give him the 26, about 4 yards on the pickup.
And here comes Kramer in for Trey.
Clock on the move, under 5 minutes to play here in the second quarter. 35-13, Central leads here on the road in Phoenix City. Tough place to play as Kramer takes a shotgun snap and hands it off to JJ. And JJ hit at the line and driven back hard. No gain on the play, maybe a yard.
Well, they thought they might catch Central off guard with Kramer coming in. You expect him to throw the ball, and they give it underneath to JJ. And a good idea, but Central was ready for it and made the stop.
3rd down and 6 now coming up for the Lions. Ball is at the Prattville 27-yard line. Line to make is the 33. Edwards with Petway and Jackson back there with him. He's going to keep it again. This time he's going to pick up his first down by a yard, maybe 2 out to the 34-yard line. That'll move the chains for the Lions, and it's been a successful play tonight. Just a quarterback power.
Well, if you've seen, as we've gotten later on in the half, you've seen a little bit more conservative play by the secondary Central. They backed up just a little bit. Corners are playing a little bit off. Looks like they're trying to take away those deep routes now.
1st and 10 Lions from the 34. Edwards wants to pass, throwing downfield at the sticks and making the catch. And then they're going to say out of bounds.
He made the catch, but I think his lead foot was out of bounds.
McDaniel's out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Would have moved the chains if he had stayed in, but he was not able to. It'll be 2nd down and 10. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Lions at their own 34-yard line. 3:53 to play in the second quarter of play. Lions trail the Devils by 22 points, 35-13. Trying to cut into this lead as we move along. Edwards now in the give to Jackson again. Jackson trying to find some blockers to the outside. Won't find them. He'll lose a yard back to the 33-yard line.
Well, just good gang tackling by the Central defense. And, you know, they run some guys, like every other play, you'll see 2 or 3 guys replacing their defensive line or linebackers. They're just really deep on both sides of the ball, and that's one reason you see them blow out people late in games. It's just the depth they have.
JJ's forward progress does get him back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and 10 now for the Lions at their own 34-yard line as Edwards drops the pass, looking downfield, steps out of pressure, and then just throws this one away. Petway was in the vicinity, but he was just trying to get rid of that to avoid the sack. 4th and 10 now coming up for the Lions at their own 34, and probably have to punt this one away. 3:07 to play in the half. 35 for Central, 13 for the Lions.
And the worst thing about this is you have to punt it to number 5.
You don't have to. I mean, we can punt it.
Well, hopefully we
punt it away from
him.
him.
Hopefully we won't do that. Ty's done a good job of punting away from him, so hopefully we'll continue to do that.
Ty P. Ryan Hill's down at his own 20. Gets this punt away, and it's a short punt. It takes a Devils bounce at their own 46 and stops at the 47-yard line. Let's go down to our Steak and Shake reporter, Donnie Burnett, down on the sideline.
He was trying to kick that thing away from 5 to the short side of the field. I don't know if I would have probably angled it this way, but he kind of shanked that one a little bit.
A little bit. He did kick it away from him, though.
I'd rather shank him than.
I've seen, I don't want the ball in his hands anymore.
Yes.
1st and 10 for the Devils at their own 47, and Peter Parrish picking away in the secondary, makes the catch at the 40-yard line. On his feet is number 1 at 35-30. Finally pulled down out of bounds is Anthony Miles at the Prattville 25-yard line.
Just amazing at the speed and talent they got. Marlon Brantley made the tackle for or run him out of bounds there.
They picked a pass, and Peter Parrish peppered it in there. 27-yard gain on the play. 1st and 10, Red Devils at the Lions 25, and they give us to McKay up the middle. And McKay just bouncing off people inside the 20 down to the 17-yard line and probably move the chains again. Boy, Chip, it's hard to imagine that kid's a 9th grader, like you said.
200, listen, at 215.
Looks like Ronnie Brown out there.
I'm telling you, he's a man, and just remember that name because he'll be one of the tops. And we said that about Ross 2 years ago. Now we're saying 3 years from now, McKay will be one of the top players in the state.
2nd and 1, and Parrish picks another receiver at the 6-yard line. Out of bounds right there. It'll be 1st and goal for the Red Devils with 2:15 to play before the half. Central up 35-13, and unfortunately looking for more. 1st and goal from the 6 they go. Peter Parrish peers into the secondary. Hands it off to McKay, and McKay goes knee down at the 7. You're going to lose about a yard there. Great play by the defensive front.
You can tell that Peter Parrish has a lot of perseverance, you know.
Yeah, the perseverance of Peter Parrish cannot be persuaded.
He performs well also.
Yeah.
Yes, Peter Parrish's performance is just picking us apart back there.
It's percolating, you know.
It is.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. That's what I'm trying to say. He's a very good quarterback. 2nd and goal now from the 6. Peter Parrish picks McKay this time, and McKay gets down to the 5-yard line.
We have a flag.
Yeah.
A penalty. Penalty play. We'll see if the official is persuaded to call it against the Devils. It is a false start against the Devils.
The play that Peter Parrish particularly likes to run normally is a power persuasive sweep.
It is a power play for sure.
Yeah. But you got to like the play of Peter Parrish.
You have to. It is 2nd and goal now from the 13 after the false start on the Devils. 2nd and goal from the 13. Minute 29 to play before the half. Prattville's trying to hold them out of this last score they're trying to get. Peter Parrish picks his way into the 5, and Peter Parrish parks it at the 2. Just short of the end zone.
I'd like to see Peter Parrish throw a pick.
If Peter Parrish put up a pick right here, that would be perfect. Take us into the halftime down 21 instead of 28. That's what we need right now. As we go under a minute to play before the half. Peter Parrish 3rd and goal with his offense from the 2. And McKay gets the carry. He's going to be stuffed. That Prattville defensive front stands up big right there and stops McKay, pushes him out of the end zone. No score there. That's going to bring 4th and goal.
Several lines in on that. Look like P.J. Lucas and Fields, and also
watch the pass to the corner.
Josh Jones as well.
Watch the. Are you saying that Peter Parrish could pass to the pylon?
I'm saying it may be a pass to the pylon.
4th and goal from the 2. Parrish has a snap and looks toward that pylon and throws to the sideline. Incomplete at the end zone. He dropped the ball. He dropped the ball.
They sure did.
Kept him out. Kept him out. He holds him out. The Prattville defense stands strong on a goal line stand, and that could be what turns the tide right here, folks. 18.9 seconds left. Prattville only down 35-13. And it's a little momentum going into halftime.
Yeah, outstanding play by the defense to stand up there.
Because of our attitude of deference in the coin toss, remember, we're going to get the ball to start the second half.
I almost hate to say this, but that was a pick play, and the guy dropped it. That's why he was so open.
Yeah.
So, anyway, we're going to get off this P stuff here, unless we're talking about Prattville.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, Prattville comes out with 18.9 seconds left on the clock. 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line. Petway lines up the shotgun. Edwards lines up the shotgun. And he's just going to keep this one up the middle, across the 5, out to the 7-yard line, and that might just take us into halftime as we are under 10 seconds to play. And I think
looks like that will take us there.
Prattville will be content to let this clock run out, and we're at halftime. 35 for Central, 13 for Prattville. Donnie, do you have Anderson nearby?
No, I do not.
All right. Well, there it is. We'll take a 3-minute break. When we come back, halftime festivities from Trawick Field at Garrett Harrison Stadium. Your score at halftime, Central 35, our Prattville Lions 13. With a second half to go, you never know what could happen. We'll be right back. 3-minute break coming up.
As a reminder, stop by the Marine Corps booth and take the Chin Up Challenge. See if you get what it takes to be a
It's football season in Alabama, and for over 30 years, we've helped customers get to their favorite games with great deals on new Chevrolets, certified used cars, and our value lot specials. In a hurry to hit the road, use our Express Oil Change, where we run the no-huddle offense. Get your car serviced and a complimentary tire check and be gone in 10 minutes or less. At Larry Puppy Chevrolet, we treat people the way we would want to be treated. We keep it simple. Great people, great cars, great prices, and great service. Enjoy the game.
Don't throw away your money, especially on replacement auto parts. In most cases, aftermarket parts are just as good and a heck of a lot cheaper than factory parts. D&J Auto Parts in Prattville is all hooked up with Auto Plus, a nationwide leader in the automotive aftermarket. Don't you dare go to another parts store before checking the great prices at D&J Auto Plus, 175 Highway 82 Bypass in Prattville.
When choosing which pest control company you will trust to protect your home and family, cost and quality can go hand in hand. Serving the hardworking families of the River region since 1967, the Bowen family has made it our mission to offer top quality service at a price that is fair and affordable. So why pay more to one of the big chains for less service? Call Aero Pest Control next time you want to enjoy money well spent. We'll guarantee personal service at an affordable price, so give us a call today.
In 1934, Steak and Shake decided the world didn't need another hamburger. It needed a steak burger, so they used 100% beef. Quick seared to seal in the flavor you'll only get from a steak burger. Steak and Shake, home of the original steak burger.
New at Steak and Shake, 24 meals under $4 with handcrafted steak burgers, all beef steak franks, and fresh guacamole made from scratch. Get 24 meals for under $4. New at Steak and Shake.
I could have built a drugstore anywhere in Montgomery, but it was this neighborhood that needed it. When I moved here, it was thriving. I want to see it that way again. Riverbank made borrowing the money easy when other banks didn't. It's nice when people care enough to make sure you have what you need. That's how I treat my customers, and that's how the folks at Riverbank treat me.
You never know who will be tonight's most valuable player, but you could be tomorrow's most valuable picker. That's because you can discover your next bargain at Prattville Pickers. It's the region's largest collection of everything unique. It's a treasure hunter's paradise and a collector's dream come true. Don't scrimmage through rummage. Go to Prattville Pickers for the best selection of everything unique. Cheer loud tonight for the game's most valuable player, and you can be the most valuable picker this weekend at Prattville Pickers on Highway 82 across from the Prattville Country Club.
Marching band. That was the Pride of Prattville Marching Band, not a finer band in all the land. We're going to go to another 3-minute break. When we come back, we'll be counting down the minutes to the second half of tonight's performance here at Garrett Harrison Stadium on Trawick Field. Your score at halftime is Central 35, Prattville 13. Prattville with a long way to go to come back in this game, but they will receive the opening kick. And we'll talk more about that when we come back. We're going to take a 3-minute break as the Phoenix City Marching Band prepares their senior night performance. All this when Prattville Lions continues after these words.
It's football season in Alabama, and for over 30 years, we've helped customers get to their favorite games with great deals on new Chevrolets, certified used cars, and our value lot specials. In a hurry to hit the road, use our Express Oil Change, where we run the no-huddle offense. Get your car serviced and a complimentary tire check and be gone in 10 minutes or less. At Larry Puppy Chevrolet, we treat people the way we would want to be treated. We keep it simple. Great people, great cars, great prices, and great service. Enjoy the game.
Don't throw away your money, especially on replacement auto parts. In most cases, aftermarket parts are just as good and a heck of a lot cheaper than factory parts. D&J Auto Parts in Prattville is all hooked up with Auto Plus, a nationwide leader in the automotive aftermarket. Don't you dare go to another parts store before checking the great prices at D&J Auto Plus, 175 Highway 82 Bypass in Prattville.
When choosing which pest control company you will trust to protect your home and family, cost and quality can go hand in hand. Serving the hardworking families of the River region since 1967, the Bowen family has made it our mission to offer top quality service at a price that is fair and affordable. So why pay more to one of the big chains for less service? Call Arrow Pest Control next time you want to enjoy money well spent. We'll guarantee personal service at an affordable price, so give us a call today.
In 1934, Steak and Shake decided the world didn't need another hamburger. They needed a steak burger, so they used 100% beef. Quick seared to seal in the flavor you'll only get from a steak burger. Steak and Shake, home of the original steak burger.
New at Steak and Shake, 24 meals under $4 with handcrafted steak burgers, all beef steak franks, and fresh guacamole made from scratch. Get 24 meals for under $4. New at Steak and Shake.
I could have built a drugstore anywhere in Montgomery, but it was this neighborhood that needed it. When I moved here, it was thriving. I want to see it that way again. Riverbank made borrowing the money easy when other banks didn't. It's nice when people care enough to make sure you have what you need. That's how I treat my customers, and that's how the folks at Riverbank treat me.
You never know who will be tonight's most valuable player, but you could be tomorrow's most valuable picker. That's because you can discover your next bargain at Prattville Pickers. It's the region's largest collection of everything unique. It's a treasure hunter's paradise and a collector's dream come true. Don't scrimmage through rummage. Go to Prattville Pickers for the best selection of everything unique. Cheer loud tonight for the game's most valuable player, and you can be the most valuable picker this weekend at Prattville Pickers on Highway 82 across from the Prattville Country Club.
About 6 minutes to go before the halftime period closes, and we've got a 35-13 score. Prattville 13, Central 35. You know, coming out of the first quarter, it was Central 14, Prattville 13, and the second quarter was all Central. Mostly a lot of Justin Ross.
No doubt about that. But there's no doubt why he's the #1 player in the state of Alabama and can pick his choices of wherever he wants to go. Everybody in the country wants him, obviously. Hey, I do want to get – rarely do I get serious here, but I'm going to get serious here for a minute.
That's okay.
This morning, went deer hunting for the first time. And I'm going to tell you, man, it was an unbelievable, beautiful morning because I got out there very, very early I think it gets what we call shooting light about 6:30 right now. But I was in my stand probably about 6:10, and stars were still out. And then as the sun comes up, man, it's just something about being out there in the woods and seeing the world wake up. And just I didn't see any deer today, but I mean, it is very I guess humbling that you just see and you're by yourself there, and you just get to kind of think to yourself and see the world wake up, and it's just a unique experience. And that's why I enjoy doing those things. I mean, I enjoy seeing wildlife, and every once in a while taking a nice deer when I can. But this morning I didn't see anything, but it was just, I don't know, it was just one of those moments that you just cherish, that you know, when you're by yourself and you kind of see what just the magnificent things that we have that God provides for us. And it was just neat this morning. It really, I think everybody needs to do that every once in a while, not necessarily go hunting, but spend some time just by yourself and thinking and just seeing how awesome it is to be alive, man. And just, you know, you're going to have ups and downs in life, and everybody's has them. But, man, isn't it just awesome to be alive and enjoy all the things that God provides for us?
Well, absolutely.
You know, I told you it's rare, but just caught me this morning. I thought about that, and I thought, man, I'd love to talk a little bit about that at halftime tonight if we have time, and we had time.
Yeah.
You know? So it was neat. But anyway.
It is true, though.
Yeah.
Even if whether you're up or down in football, I mean, thank God you have the ability to play the sport.
Oh, yeah.
Every breath in our lungs is a gift from God, and we shouldn't take it for granted. And so many times we do.
Yeah, we do that. But getting back to the ball game, it's exactly what we thought. There's just so much more talent on this Central field, and then you've got on this Central team. But then you got one guy that's just, you know, it's rare that in games you just see one guy that is so much better than everybody else, and that's Justin Ross. And of course, Central's got so many weapons, and they can beat you anyway. But what they've got to do to win the state is stop the big plays from happening and make people make disciplined 10 to 12 to 14 play drives. And last year they got beat by a McGill-Tulin team that I don't think was better than them, but they just give up big plays, and that's what's happened tonight. You know, of course, they're a big play offense because they're so explosive, but if they can learn, and I'm speaking on Central here because they have an opportunity to win a state, and they haven't won one in a long, long time. I think it was back in the early 90s, their last state championship, or their only state championship they had, and they had it somewhere here on the stadium, but I can't see it. But anyway, Prattville's just run up against the team, and Central's done this to everybody. They've had one close game, Auburn game, that was in Auburn, and Auburn's got the kind of team that could cause them problems because Auburn does not give up the big plays.
No, they don't.
And Central has not ever been recognized as a team that can drive the ball on you. They rely on big plays, and Auburn is going to take those away from you. So that's what I expect to see. And I guess that'll be in the they'd have to meet in the quarters, right?
I believe so.
Is that how that would work? If they finish 1 and 2 in our region, they wouldn't play.
They wouldn't play until the quarterfinal. That's correct.
And that will be here, obviously, at Central. So that may make a bigger difference for them. But anyway, what's Prattville got to do in this second half? First of all, we got to score right here when we get the opening kickoff, and somehow, if we're going to get back in this game, we've got to put some points on the board quickly.
Well, I think the first thing you got to do is you have to neutralize Ross as much as you can by giving him what you call the Julio Jones treatment.
Yeah,
pulling that safety over every play. You got to account for him with a safety on every play.
Well, you can do when he goes vertical. It's very difficult because they got 6 other receivers that can catch the ball.
Yeah, they do, and 14 can run. But I think sometimes you got to disguise what you're doing, and you know, every once in a while, just take your safety and sprint him off the snap of the ball to over the top on Ross. But he's just that good, man. I mean, he can beat a double team too. We saw it earlier in the game. We did that exact same thing. He still beat us. They didn't throw the ball to him, thank goodness.
Yep.
But
well, I mean, you do that. It's basically just. And he's gonna throw it to 4. He's gonna throw it to 1.
Yeah, 4 is who I was thinking. I think I said 14. I meant 4.
Yeah, 4.
Yeah.
Willie Clanton Jr.
It's who do you want to try to stop?
I'm going to try to stop Ross.
Because you know he's going to catch it every time you throw it.
That's right. Yeah.
So.
And he's taller than everybody we got. So,
well, I'm going to tell you, not having D'Angelo on the field tonight really hurts. It's killing us. Our running game right now. Just one of the reasons why we came out and threw it 12 out of 14 plays in the opening drive.
A little quick stat coming in on Peter Parrish. He picked up 353 yards passing.
Along with their backup through some, too.
Right.
But I think Peter Parrish probably had more of that than the Melton kid did. But the Melton kid did a good job as well.
Well, Peter Parrish passed plenty in that first half. He was the predominant passer in the first half. Peter Parker, the predominant passer, passed for plenty. 353 yards. But if Peter Parker predominantly passes for that much, Peter Parker, Spider-Man, Peter Parrish is the quarterback.
I'm sorry, I was wrong, guys. Ross only had 184 yards.
Yeah, but only had 4 catches.
Yeah. And that goes back, he may be tall, but he's fast.
Yeah.
That, too.
He may be tall, but he is fast. 422 yards of offense for the Devils in the first half. You know, if you put that together and extrapolate that out for a game, it's over 800 yards of offense.
Yes.
But hopefully the Lions will have some second-half adjustments and we'll be able to control that and cut that 400-yard total down to
well, we saw last
under
week
100.
our defense came in and held Jeff Davis to 10 points in the second half.
They did.
After giving up 21 in the first. Defense made some adjustments. Obviously, we've got to do that tonight, and hopefully that'll happen. Our offense has got to – we have to score on this opening drive here.
Prattville will receive the ball to open the second half. Both teams are out on the field now. Minute 27 on the halftime clock, and we're about to get this thing back underway. I want to remind you folks of some of our great sponsors. Aero Pest Control. The Bowen family's been serving the river region for 50 years with insect control, termite bonds, anything you need to get the pests off your premises. The pests on your premises will be removed by the Bowen family. Call them today.
They've been doing my termite inspection for, let's see, I've been at my house 18 years, so more than that, 20 plus years, and I don't have any termites, or I've never had any. And I've got to give the credit to Aero Pest Control.
Absolutely. We've been in our house now for 10 years, and they've had a termite bond with us ever since, and never a bit of trouble. And they come every year. They remind you for the inspections. They call you and set it up. You don't have to do anything. You just got to answer the phone and set it up when they call. D&J Auto Plus, filling his great staff, specializing in fast service and fast hydraulic hose repair. Now, I've never had to have my hydraulic hose repaired, but I understand that's the place to go if you need it. I'm not even sure what that is, but it sounds really important.
Yeah.
Well, okay, what it is, guys, is out there on that end of town, there's all the farmers out there going out toward going 14 out to Selma. Hydraulic hose could shut your whole farm down.
That's true.
So I mean, all kidding aside, it is a very integral part to that side of town.
It's an agricultural thing.
Yeah, absolutely, because
that makes sense.
If you don't want to do it there, you got to go all the way to Montgomery to get it done.
You don't want to do that.
Yeah.
You know, one thing I hadn't mentioned is the Texas edition 2017 Chevrolet Silverado we did not take tonight.
No, we didn't.
The reason is I told you in my serious moment I talked about I got up very early this morning, so I needed to take a nap. Mildred drove, and my father used the truck, which kind of scares me.
Yes.
For running into stuff and backing into mailboxes.
Or what he would even be using it for.
Yeah, because the Texas edition will run through a mailbox.
Yes,
easily.
it will. It will climb a glass wall. Central kicks this one away to start the second half, and Butts fields it at the goal line, brings it out to 10, 15, 20. Just about gets through the pile at the 20s down to the 26-yard line, and that's where we will start the third quarter of play. Prattville with the ball, down 22, needing to cut into this lead and get back into this ball game. Let's go down to our Steak and Shake Southern reporter, Coach Donnie Burnett. He's queuing up.
He's queuing up.
Oh, it's Pratt Bedwell.
Yes, sir.
Pratt Bedwell, how you doing, son?
Buddy.
I'm doing well, son. How you doing?
I'm good.
It's great to have it. That is a refreshing voice.
Isn't it? Isn't it?
Oh,
It
yeah.
is like dew on a fresh Monday morning.
Yes.
Yeah, we will. It'll probably be frost Monday morning.
Yes, it will be, most likely. Kyle Kramer on for the first series here at quarterback. Drops back to pass and floats it up for Petway. Petway makes the catch, going out of bounds at the 50-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Lions. And Kramer once again tosses it up to the big man, and he comes down with it at the 50.
First time we saw Trey Edwards in the game alongside Kramer. He was lined up at the slot. So this is an interesting formation, something you could see a lot of next year as well. But he threw the back shoulder fade to Petway, and Petway came back and made the catch.
1st and 10 Lions at the 50. Just underway here in the third quarter. Prattville down 22 to the Devils of Central Phoenix City. Here's Kyle on a give. He's going to keep it and makes a man miss and slides ahead to the 48-yard line. Picks up 2 yards. 2nd down and 8 for the Lions in Devils territory at the 48. 11:29 to play here in the third quarter. 35-13 is your score. Prattville trying to cut into this big lead. Kyle Kramer puts 3 receivers to the far side. 1 to the nearest, Petway. And now McDaniels comes in motion to the near side alongside Petway. And Kramer claps it in, hands off to Petway, hands off to Colin Petway, who was met at the mesh point and driven back to the 46-yard line. They'll mark his forward progress down to the Prattville 48. That's a 4-yard loss.
Well, he didn't have a chance then. The defensive tackle, Bernard Miles, 6'2", 245. Actually, he's a defensive end. Just kind of came through the, I guess, really the B gap there and just met him head on.
Yes, he did. 3rd down and 12 now for the Lions at our own 48-yard line. Kyle Kramer loads it up. Claps the snap, looks to pass. And some pressure. Throws it up downfield looking for McDaniels. Too high, and it's intercepted.
Yeah.
Intercepted and out of bounds at the Prattville 38-yard line.
Well, he went with that little naked bootleg, and when he turned, there was somebody right in his face, and he couldn't get it. His foot planted really, and just kind of overthrew Ryan McDaniel, and Kramer got a strong arm.
Yes, he does.
He had a receiver deep open. I believe it was Malik Smith, but he just didn't have time to get it to him.
He called it out of bounds.
Did he really?
Yes, he really did. I'm standing right here on top of it.
Regardless, 1st and 10 for the Devils at their own 39-yard line. Here's Parrish. Pitches it out complete to the 42-yard line, making the catch is number 14, Derek Moore, for a minimal gain, about 3 yards on the play.
Here and stopped me because I was telling him his coach.
10 minutes to play here in the third quarter, 35-13. Central leads. Central leads our Prattville Lions, who have fought valiantly, but just a little outmanned on the corners right now as Peter Parrish, snap count, draws him off sides.
Center moved the ball.
Yes, I think he double clutched it there.
He did.
False start is the call on the Devils. That's a bad thing to do. 2nd down and 12 coming up. Second and 12 coming up for the Devils at their own 37-yard line. 9:40 to play here in the third. Clock on the move. Peter Parrish has a snap, drops the pass, and pitches it out complete at the 40-yard line.
Good play by
and
Josh
hit
Jones.
immediately by Josh Jones and dropped down by number 1, Anthony Miles. 3rd down and 10. Oh, excuse me, it'll be 2nd down. No, it's 3rd down. 3rd down and 10
watch
from the
5.
39.
They like to go to him in this situation.
They like to go to 5. Did Pratt tell you that?
Peter Parrish back to pass. Throws it out, complete to number 2, and he is dropped at the 41-yard line.
Ball came loose.
They threw it out complete to number 78.
That's not a catch. That's an incomplete pass.
They're going to call it a catch and a fumble, I guess, right?
Oh, my Lord.
Did I see that right? They threw it to number 78?
No,
he recovered the fumble. Something didn't look right.
Josh Jones broke it up, man.
Nonetheless, they're going to punt.
Prattville forces a punt. Peter Parrish has persuaded the punt here on 4th and 8. No, it looks as if they may be going for it.
They have the punter in at quarterback, so they'll
drop back into punt formation. Number 32, Zach Johnson, does the punting. It's like Willis and Butts back to receive. This is a high spiraling punt. Fair catch called for by both of them, and Willis Smith pulls it down. Malik Smith fair catches it at the 14-yard line with 8:02 to play in the third. Prattville trailing 35-13 and have the ball back, and let's take it down to our Steak and Shake reporter, Donnie Burnett, who saw what we saw.
Yeah, we all saw it. I'm still trying to convince this guy he was out of bounds, but nonetheless, I borrowed that from you, Will.
Nonetheless.
All right, we got to go score this time.
Yeah, you got to give
that's true
to the defense there. What outstanding job.
Defense did a great job right there. Trey back in at quarterback.
1st and 10 for the Lions at their own 14-yard line. Petway now comes in motion, Kylan Petway, and Trey's going to keep this one, and he'll get a couple yards out to the 16-yard line, and that's all. As he is met by that Devil defensive front.
And you got to see that the Central defense, the coordinator has made a definite change there. They're going to try to drop these safeties a little deeper, corners a little deeper, not play as aggressive and take away the big play for Prattville.
It's a bold strategy. Let's see if it pays off for them. Here on 2nd and 9 from the 15. Prattville goes. Edwards looking to pass, in some trouble, and he is wrapped up and dropped back at the 17-yard line.
Defensive holding. Has to be.
Is it on your side? Yeah. On your side. Yes, got to be there.
And I don't know why Malik picked the flag up.
He did pick it up. I guess he was trying to give it back to the official, trying to be a nice guy. But defensive holding is the call against the Red Devils. 7:15 to play here in the third quarter. Central 35, Prattville 13 here at Garrett Harrison Stadium, Phoenix City, Alabama. Prattville, the beneficiary of a defensive holding call, now will have a first down. The chains are having a hard time getting set up here, trying to figure out where they're supposed to be.
Pandemonium breaking out.
Pandalirium, or even worse, is breaking out at Garrett Harrison Stadium. It will be first down and 10, although they finally flip it over. You can't get good chain gangs anymore. Trey Edwards from the shotgun sends McDaniel in motion, drops back to pass. Throws deep, looking for Petway, overthrows him at the 45-yard line of Central. Would have been 6 if it had been in the bucket, but it's just a little bit off the mark.
Yeah. That was Malik that time. He beat his guy off the line and had him by 3 steps. And just a little overthrow right there. Chip, with all that pressure, I think it'd be a good time for a screen pass, don't you?
You might see that coming up here. Of course, that's what we like to do with D'Angelo Jones. Who would we throw that to? I guess we'd go with
either have to throw
Petway.
it way
throw it to Kylan,
Kylan Petway, yeah.
Or McDaniel on the little receiver screen.
2nd down and 10 now for the Lions. Ball at their own 24-yard line. It's an inside give to Petway, and it's going nowhere fast.
He had nowhere to run there.
He's going to lose a little bit of yardage. Back to the 21-yard line, lose 3 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 13. 3rd and 13 coming up for the Lions back at their own 21-yard line, and they have gone backwards since the opening play of this half. 6:38 clock on the move here in the third quarter. Lions trying to get back on the scoreboard. They haven't scored since the opening quarter. Jackson now going in motion to the far side. Edwards looking to pass, looking downfield, looking to the far side. Throws this one. It is picked off at the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. Now he steps out of bounds at the 18-yard line. Steps out of the 18. So Phoenix City will start this possession back in the Prattville red zone, 1st and 10 at the Lions' 18-yard line.
Pretty much the same interception that Kramer threw.
Yeah.
About the series before, but
that ball stays in the air for a long time throwing that out route.
Yeah.
From the way it is, and 9 that picked that thing off probably, I mean, he was beat, but he just comes underneath and makes the pick.
Yep, you cover a lot of ground when that ball's hanging up there.
Yes, he did.
Well, that pressure that they put on you makes you throw it early too, and just a good combination of defense for the center.
Melton back in the game here, hands off to McKay. McKay is hit in the backfield and dropped.
By Fields. Good job by the senior defensive end for Prattville. Jaron Fields.
He loses a yard there. 2nd down and 11 back at the 20-yard line of Prattville. Under 6 minutes to play now in the 3rd. 35-13 Central on top. Trying to get more of the Lions defense, trying to hold them out as Melton takes the shotgun snap. He hands off to McKay, going up the middle, and he is going to run into a wall of Prattville defenders and go nowhere. Maybe a yard past the original line of scrimmage out to down to the 18. Jason McKeithen, junior defensive lineman for Prattville, on the stop. It'll be 3rd down and 9 for the Devils at the Lions' 18-yard line. Caden Melton lines up the offense for the Devils. He's in the shotgun. Through 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. And the give is the end-around sweep to the 10-5. Touchdown, number 18, Dominic Scott. This time he was not pulled down by his hair.
No.
That increases the Devils' lead to 41-13 over our Lions with 5:02 to play in the 3rd.
Just gave it to him on the speed sweep, and we just didn't have anybody there, and he made an outstanding move about the 8-yard line and made a man miss and went on into the end zone. And it's just shows you just how talented all these guys are. I think every receiver has scored a touchdown or the starting 4 have at least.
It seems that way.
Yeah.
There's been 6 touchdowns scored. 5:02 to play in the 3rd. 42 for Central, 13 for Prattville. We'll take a 30-second break and come back after these words.
Choosing which pest control company you will trust to protect your home and family, cost and quality can go hand in hand. Serving the hardworking families of the River region since 1967, the Bowen family has made it our mission to offer top quality service at a price that is fair and affordable. So why pay more to one of the big chains for less service? Call Arrow Pest Control next time you want to enjoy money well spent. We'll guarantee personal service at an affordable price, so give us a call today.
.42-13 is your score. 42-13 is your score. Central Phoenix City adds to their lead over the Lions with 5:02 left here in the 3rd quarter. As they set to kick off, do the Devils. They kick off to the Lions, moving right to left. And this ball is going to take a bounce at the 2, and Butts picks it up there, trying to get outside the 10, and he is smacked down at the 6-yard line. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Prattville Lions Football Network. Tough reception right there on the kickoff return. Ball was bouncing. It could have gone out of bounds. It could have gone in the end zone, right in the corner. And Butts picked it up at the 2 and really had no options there. He's down at the 9-yard line.
The kicker for Central has been putting the ball about the same spot every time. And he's done a good job. He got a good high kick, and of course the kickoff team for Central's got some athletes on it, and they can get down the field and cover quick.
Kramer is on the field as quarterback for this series. From the 9-yard line they go. He drops back to pass and throws it complete to Petway at the 21-yard line with a man draped around his ankles. That'll move the chains for Prattville. 1st and 10.
I tell you what, if one thing's happened tonight, Petway has put a name out there for himself, or somebody needs to offer this young man a scholarship.
Yeah.
He can play. And he's raw. He's still got a lot of growing to do, a lot of maturing to do physically, but the guy can play.
Here's Kramer, 1st and 10 for the Lions from their own 22-yard line. Stacked to the far side, and Petway alone to the inside, and he makes the catch at the 44-yard line.
Oh, wow. That was a one-handed catch.
Yeah, right in front of us.
Beautiful.
Right here,
wow, that was nice.
At the Lions' 45-yard line, it's a 23-yard catch. And Trey Petway, Kyle Kramer threw a perfect ball, and Petway made a great catch.
We need to, between now and next week, we need to find out who is
who's looking at Trey Petway?
Yeah, who's going to offer this guy? He can play. Trey can play, and again, he's one of those guys that can improve even more. So he's got a good opportunity.
Kramer with a quick pitch out in the flat to Trey Edwards. Edwards makes a man miss, and he's down the boundary. And he's out of bounds at the Central Phoenix City 43-yard line. That'll move the chains again for Prattville.
Well, I tell you what, that's a combination that you could see next year. Those two playing and throwing back and forth to each other. And, of course, Trey can do that double pass too. So
that's right.
But you still like to see him in the slot, because if he's going to play college ball, that's where he's going to be.
That's where he's going to play.
In the slot. So Trey needs to, take advantage of that opportunity here, and because this is where he'll play in college one day.
1st and 10 Lions from the Central 44-yard line. Kramer, play action. Pitches out to Edwards again. Edwards makes the catch at the 41 and steps out of bounds.
Felt like Trey tweaked something there. Donnie, did you see that? He's coming back on the field, but he's hopping a little bit. Now he's going off the field. I don't know what he did there, but it's something, he just came down a little strange.
Came down a little funny.
Yeah. I think he'll be all right.
2nd down, and they're going to say he was out of bounds over there?
I thought we did pick up.
Yeah, they called him out.
Called him out of bounds.
Yeah.
Okay. 2nd and 10.
When we're in, we're out. When we're out, we're in. It's kind of the way I'm seeing it over here now.
Yep. 2nd and 10 now for the Lions back at their own at the Devils' 44-yard line, and here is Kramer. Quick pitch out to number 2, Brandon Jackson, who is hit and dropped back at the 45-yard line. A yard loss on the play.
Boy, Central has come back and playing very, very aggressive, very tight again. So they line up like that again. I think you're going to see Malik Smith on just a go route. See if they line up the same way, because he had a man in his face, no safety anywhere near him.
3rd down and 10 coming up for the Lions. 3rd down and about 11, actually. 3rd down and about 11 from just outside the Devils' 45-yard line. Kyle Kramer with 3 receivers to the far side and 1 to the near, loads up that shotgun again, and now we've got a stoppage in play.
Delay a game.
Delay of the game. We are stopping the game from occurring. That is a delay.
Back about watching the clock, but got to get in the play quicker. He's just a sophomore.
That's right. He's going to be a good one, too. You watch this kid. This is like you said, a very polished quarterback. And he's only a sophomore. He's going to get better. Well, it's going to be 3rd and 16 now for the Lions at the 50-yard line with 3:24 to play in the 3rd. Central Phoenix City 42, Prattville 13. Prattville's been scoreless since the 1st quarter. Kramer drops the pass under some pressure. Hit as he throws, and incomplete. It goes at the 45. Took a big hit in his blind side there, but he's up, and he's moving. He's okay. It's going to be 4th and 16 from the 50. Here comes Ty Pirine to punt away. Boy, it seems just the way this game is unfolding so far, it's been the way that Prattville's games have gone so far this season. Like you said, in the game at halftime or up to halftime.
In every game. What was the halftime score?
It was 35-13 at halftime. Well, but it was 14-13 in the 1st quarter.
Yeah, there you go. But
blocked punt.
And he's going to pick it up.
and it's bouncing around the 25-yard line. Central picks it up, and they're going to run it into the end zone. They'll score. 3:10 to play in the third, and Central strikes again, this time on a blocked punt, and it extends the lead to 48-13. Wow.
Now that shouldn't happen with a 3 up back, so you got one of the players didn't step up there. You know, when you got your 3 big linemen back there, there shouldn't be anybody be able to come. So somebody failed to see the guy coming from the outside to block it.
We were really slow getting that thing off as well.
Yeah.
That's also true. On for the point after now is the Central Phoenix City kicker, number 32. It's up, and it's good. 3:09 to play in the third quarter, and Central extends their lead 49-13. They've almost gotten to a place where it's hard to come back on them now. Hey, folks, Larry Laser over at Laser Copy over there in the in Wetumpka Street and 31. Print, copy, and ship your stuff fast from FedEx to UPS. Supplies, business cards, flyers, church bulletins, and the Blessings Christian Store right up in there. Everything you want. And some things you didn't even know you want. Some things you didn't know you want until you go in there. You got to go check it out. Great stuff over there at Laser Copy, just off Wetumpka Street in Prattville. U.S. Farm Raised Catfish. Look for the U.S. Farm Raised label on all your catfish. If it doesn't have it, it's probably just garbage. Do it for yourself. Do it for your kids. U.S. Farm Raised Catfish. Prattville set to receive the kick from Central again. Trailing now 49-13 with 3:09 left in the third quarter. This is a line drive kick fielded at the 15-yard line by Butts, and he's hit about 4 yards out of bounds.
Yeah, that's
and here comes a flag.
That guy needs to be ejected right there.
He was hit helmet to helmet.
Helmet to helmet.
4 yards out of bounds.
Yeah.
You should not play in this game or the next.
Yeah, that's terrible right there. I mean, and you know, let's just say this: that could be a backup kid that just gotten in. I mean, he still shouldn't do it, but I can understand a little bit more if he's hadn't gotten in and is excited and his adrenaline gets pumped and he, you know, that can happen. But you got to be. That's so dangerous because it was bad.
That was bad.
Yeah. Just
peeled him back because he was slowing down and surrendered himself.
Yeah.
And the guy just came in full bore. The penalty puts Prattville out to the 36-yard line. They're on 36. Kyle Kramer remains in at quarterback. I was going to put a triple stack over to the far side. One receiver to the near side. And they throw it quick out to Edwards. Edwards stumbles and does not get back to the original line of scrimmage. He's back to the 35-yard line.
It's that little bubble screen they've tried a couple times. It's just hard to do that against Central. They're so fast. And like Donnie said earlier, maybe some kind of misdirection, screen, reverse, something. They fly to the ball so fast, and you got to do something to try to slow them down.
Second down and 11 for the Lions at their own 35-yard line. Here is Kyle Kramer loading up the shotgun, 2 receivers to either side. Has the snap and a handoff, fumble on the ground. And I think Kyle jumped back on it.
I mean, they're back there before the
they are.
Can hand it off.
They're coming right through the O-line. O-line's got no answer for these guys right now. Second down and 16. Well, it's going to be third down and 16, actually. Third and 16 from just outside the Prattville 30-yard line. Kramer with Jackson flanked to his left. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Kramer looking to pass, has a little bit of time, hit as he throws, nearly intercepted at the 45, and here comes a penalty. He was all over Malik Smith at the Prattville 45.
When the receiver's laying on the ground as the ball is coming toward him, most of the time it's not because he just fell down, but he got kind of tackled there.
Minute 44 to play here in the third quarter. 49-13 Central over the Lions. And the walk-off on this pass interference is going to give the Lions a first down at their own 47-yard line. McDaniel and Petway here on the near side of the field. Smith on the far side. J.J. Jackson flanks Kyle Kramer to the left in the backfield. 1st and 10 lines from their own 47. Kramer has it, drops back to pass, throws downfield, looking deep, looking down the sideline for Malik, and incomplete at the 15-yard line, and penalties are down.
Everybody's complaining, but he grabbed him again.
He grabbed him, pulled him down, slowed him down.
They're doing it pretty much every time they throw a go route. It may be different defenders, but, yeah, that was an easy call.
Well, we'll take him every time you want to throw him.
Yeah, I think we should just keep doing it.
Yeah.
We're getting 15 yards on it every time.
And the receivers are getting some space. This is why they're having to do it. So exploit the weakness right here. Go after it. Another 1st down for Prattville that puts them at the central 38-yard line with 1:37 to play in the 3rd quarter. Trailing 49-13, and just go for broke here. Kramer has 3 receivers here on the far side. They're operating from the left hash mark. JJ remains in at running back. Got the snap and the quick pitch out to Petway, who was hit and drops the ball incomplete, they're going to say. They're going to say it's incomplete. Pretty close play there. Trey was pulling it in as he was hit, and the ball popped up and hit the ground. It could have called completion with a fumble, but they called it incomplete. Just bang, bang play right there. And Trey got a little dead arm right now after that hit.
Yeah, it was right as he came into his hands, a defender came in there. I believe that was a incomplete pass there as well. But it was like you said, bang, bang, and it happened. And I think you got to get at least one step with the ball. He didn't.
No.
He didn't even move his feet.
He was hit coming down and it popped out. So 2nd down and 10 now for the Lions at the Devils' 38-yard line. Trailing 49-13 with 1:32 to play in the 3rd quarter. Kyle Kramer loads the shotgun, looks to the near side, throws it deep, looking for Petway in the middle, and overthrows him at the goal line.
He was held a little bit right there.
He had him by the jersey there.
Yeah.
He was looking, and Petway knew it too. He was looking at the officials for the call, but not going to get one that time. Minute 24 to play in the 3rd. 3rd down and 10 for the Lions at the Devils' 38-yard line, trailing 49-13. Well, some great games going on in the region tonight. We'll talk about some of those in a minute, but right here, Prattville's got a chance to cut in this lead a little bit if they can stick it in the end zone. They've got it at the Devils' 38-yard line.
A timeout or delay? What do we have here?
I think we have another delay.
Yes.
Oh.
Donnie, what say you down there?
Donnie say he angry right now.
Well, now why is that?
Because we can't get lined up and we can't get the play in, and now we start screaming at the quarterback. Receivers are running all over the place.
3rd and 15. Kramer throws an interception at the 30. 35-40. Across the field now. Still on his feet at the 50. 40. 35-30. 25-20. 15-10. He's going to go all the way 70-yard. Pick 6 for number 37, Jalen McWhite.
That's what I'm talking about in athletes. I mean, they just got guys that can go 80 yards on both sides of the ball. We don't have that. I mean, that was a magnificent return.
Yeah.
And that is not a starter there.
He broke about 4 tackles in the process.
And it's this talent difference is huge here.
It's now 55-13 with 1:06 to play in the 3rd. And that is now 2 non-offensive touchdowns for the Red Devils tonight. Number 30, well, different kicker now is number 89, Noah Pill, on for the point after. And he's good. 1:06 to play in the 3rd. Central 56, Prattville 13. We'll be right back after this 30-second break.
I could have built a drugstore anywhere in Montgomery, but it was this neighborhood that needed it. When I moved here, it was thriving. I want to see it that way again. Riverbank made borrowing the money easy when other banks didn't. It's nice when people care enough to make sure you have what you need. That's how I treat my customers, and that's how the folks at Riverbank treat me.
Welcome back to Garrett Harrison Stadium. 56-13 is your score. Central over Prattville. Well, it's been a series of miscues that have extended this lead as far as it has. 80-yard touchdown interception return and a blocked punt return for a touchdown. So with a minute 6 to play in the third, Central has now a 43-point lead over our lines, and it's just tough to watch. It's tough to see. Noah Pell, the reserve kicker for the Red Devils, set to kick this one off. Moving from our right to our left, for all you folks still watching at Prattville Live's YouTube channel and listening 100.1 FM Dixie Country, we're thankful for your continue listening to the program, support of these Prattville kids. This time is received by Brandon Butts at the 15-20, reverses his field 25, still on his feet at the 30. 31, 32-yard line before he's finally out of bounds along the Prattville boundary. So good field position for Prattville to start this next drive with 55 seconds left in the third.
Can you imagine how tired Brandon Butts is?
Oh, man. He's been
Justin Ross all night and returning every kickoff.
Yeah.
Every kickoff.
Every kickoff.
Well,
they have picked the same spot.
Yeah, because of so many injuries, all of our fast guys are over here up.
Yeah.
I'm almost frustrated, and it's not. We're not this bad.
Well, first of all, Central is this good. We know that.
They're good.
Yeah, they're very good. They're one of the top. I'd say they're one of the top three.
Edwards pulls the first snap down, going up the middle, and we'll get about a yard.
They're obviously number one, but you got to put Hoover and Thompson in there as they're battling it out right now up there in Hoover. We have the latest score on that.
25-24 Hoover.
Yeah, so
right now over Thompson.
That's a shootout there, but
in the fourth.
You got to put those three teams in the top there.
Edwards on second down, hands off to his running back. Is that can't get his number? He's under a heap of Devils.
Number 40.
Number 40.
Wow.
Wow. Mason Taylor.
He's only 40 listed?
He's only 40 listed.
Is that him, Donnie? Can you tell?
I can't.
That's all we have.
Well, we'll try and figure it out as we end the third quarter play. We're going into the fourth. We're going to take a 1-minute break here. Fourth quarter action coming up from Phoenix City, Alabama. Central 56, Prattville 13, and Lions football will continue after these words.
You never know who will be tonight's most valuable player, but you could be tomorrow's most valuable picker. That's because you can discover your next bargain at Prattville Pickers. It's the region's largest collection of everything unique. It's a treasure hunter's paradise and a collector's dream come true. Don't scrimmage through rummage. Go to Prattville Pickers for the best selection of everything unique. Cheer loud tonight for the game's most valuable player, and you can be the most valuable picker this weekend at Prattville Pickers on Highway 82 across from the Prattville Country Club.
1934, Steak and Shake decided the world didn't need another hamburger. They needed a steak burger, so they used 100% beef. Quick seared to seal in the flavor you'll only get from a steak burger. Steak and Shake, home of the original steak burger.
New at Steak and Shake, 24 meals under $4 with handcrafted steak burgers, all beef steak franks, and fresh guacamole made from scratch. Get 24 meals for under $4. New at Steak and Shake.
Welcome back to Garrett Harrison Stadium. Fourth quarter play about to get underway here. Prattville with a 43-point deficit to make up in this fourth quarter. They trail 56-13.
And P.J. Lucas is at the H-back.
That is Mason Taylor at running back.
Yeah.
Trey Edwards, 1st and 10, throws it deep to Petway, and incomplete it goes at the 30-yard line. That's 3rd and 5.
He had it. He just dropped it.
It's going to be 4th and 5 now. 4th and 5 coming up for the Lions. Some odd offensive personnel there right now. P.J. Lucas and Mason Taylor. P.J.'s going to stay in the game. Ty Pirine on to punt this one away.
Well, Central has scored about every way that you could possibly score. Block punt, interception.
Have not returned a kickoff.
Have not returned a kickoff. You're right. Hadn't returned a punt either.
As this punt gets over the head of the return man and takes a Prattville roll inside the 20,
Oh, that, right.
inside
It
the 10.
hit the referee, or
Yes,
it would
it
have went. It would have gone in the end zone.
Yep. Down at the 9-yard line. Great punt by Ty Pirine. 11:42 to play in the game here in Phoenix City, Alabama. Central 56, Prattville 13. And Prattville now has the ball. 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
And I think you're going to see your third-team quarterback come in for Central. It looks like he's number 12.
Number 12. Yep. That's a receiver listed here. Altavise Horton Jr. Takes the snap and hands it off around the right side. Room to run is the running back out the 20, 25, still on his feet at the 30, 33-yard line for number 18. Is that 18? Dominic Scott?
Yes.
Is brought down by Jordan Harrison making the stop there. 1st and 10 now for the Devils at the 33-yard line. Their own 33. 11:28 and counting in regulation play. Ball's loose on the ground, and Prattville has recovered the fumble.
Get it. Looked like it was stripped by and recovered by number 98 for Prattville. That is Charles Gibson. Good play by Charles Gibson right there. The strip and the recovery.
I see you, Charles Gibson.
Yes, sir.
Junior defensive lineman, 6'1", 210. And now Prattville has a chance to get on the board again with 11:19 to play in the ballgame. They'll take over in Devils territory. Their deepest penetration of the second half. 1st and 10 at the Devils' 29-yard line. Once the official sets the ball down. Now they're marking off some penalty. Must have been a dead ball penalty. I didn't see anything, but they're marking it way down to the 14-yard line.
Wow.
Donnie, did you see what happened down there?
I did not. I didn't see a flag. I didn't see anything, so that had to be a verbal. I'm just guessing.
Must have been.
We got Twins uncovered there. They're moving over there now.
1st and 10 for the Lions at the Devils' 14-yard line. And now we've got some issues. Whitecap stops the play.
I'm just confused right now.
There's a lot of moving parts right here in the officials here, and I'm not exactly sure what's going on. The phantom flag put us down from the 29 down to the 14. Don't know what that was all about. Now they're having a discussion and ready to play ball again. 1st and 10 Lions at the 14-yard line of Central. Trey Edwards at quarterback, Mason Taylor at running back, and Edwards is going to follow the block of Taylor and get across the 5 down to the 4-yard line where he is hit hard and brought down. It'll be 1st and goal for the Lions at the 4. Riverbank in Prattville, your local hometown bank where service runs deep. Thank you for your support of Prattville Lions football. Riverbank and Trust Company. Prattville Pickers, over 100,000 square feet of everything from office space, from office supplies to antiques to mama cooking.
Is Peter Parrish shop there?
At Prattville Pickers? I've heard Peter Parrish has perused Prattville Pickers a time or two. 1st and goal from the 4. Edwards throws to the end zone.
Golly.
Incomplete. Incomplete.
They threw a slant route to Ryan McDaniel. He was All I can say is the defender had his arms around him.
Yeah, both of them, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, both. But
trying to unstrap his shoulder pads,
no
I think.
call on that one.
2nd and goal now from the 4. Prattville trying to cash in with 10:48 to play in the ball game. Trying to mount what would be a tremendous comeback. Trey Edwards into the end zone. Walks into the end zone for 6. Touchdown. Prattville, their first since the first quarter. They're back on the scoreboard, 10:48 to play in the 4th. They close the gap a bit. It's now 56-19. Noah Sheets on for the point after. Noah Sheets on for the point after, and Ryan McDaniel will hold while Kramer will snap. Snap, hold, and kick. And it is good with 10:48 to play in the game. Your score now, Central 56, Prattville 20. We'll take a 30-second break. Lions football continues after these words.
Why would you spend 50 grand on a truck and then go to Big Box City to get a $10 fog light? Get rugged, dependable, and still affordable truck accessories at the River Region's leader, Blue Ox Outfitters on Cobbs Ford Road. The hottest selling name brand truck accessories, all-terrain tires and rims, plus professional installation. Blue Ox Outfitters, the strength that drives the legend. 2480 Cobbs Ford Road, I-65, exit 179.
Your Sport Clips MVP of the scoring drive was a 5-yard run by Trey Edwards to put Prattville back in the end zone. No appointment needed at Sport Clips. The Sport Clips MVP experience includes a precision haircut, a massaging tea tree shampoo, and the legendary hot steam towel. Sport Clips in Prattville in front of Target on Legends Parkway. 10:48 to play in the ball game. Prattville 20, Central 56. As Ty Pirine pooches this one, and it is going to be caught on the dive at the Central 38-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Let's take it down to our Steak and Shake Sideline reporter, Donnie Burnett.
That was unique. One guy was signaling fair catch, and the other guy ran up and caught the ball.
Yes, that was
that should have been a flag. But
somehow, some way.
Yeah, I've thrown it and made up something.
Deceptive. Horton leads the troops for the Devils this time. 1st and 10. They have it from their own 38-yard line with 10:47 to play in the game. Horton is going to hand it off to McKay. And McKay bounces to the outside. No, it's not McKay. It is
18.
It's Scott, who's going to get out to the 42-yard line and stays in bounds as the clock continues to run. 2nd down and 7. Make it 8. From the 40 goes Central. Central puts 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side. Operating from the far hash mark. And he's going to give it off to Scott again. Scott with a stiff arm and stumbles across the 44 to the 45-yard line. Nice open field tackle that time made by...
I can't get his number.
Won't turn sideways, my brother. There he goes.
Skylar Henderson.
Skylar Henderson. There he goes. 3rd down and 3 coming up for the Devils at their own 5-yard line. 9:48 to play in the game. Central 56, Prattville 20. Need a pick 6 right here and get back in this ball game. This time Horton's going to keep it, and he's going to be cut down right at the chains. It might be enough to move the chains, and I believe it will be. The line to make was the 48, and he has just enough. That'll move the chains. 1st and 10 for Central.
Young Will McQuiston there on the tackle.
Yes, he was.
He's a sophomore defensive lineman for Prattville. Going to be a good one.
1st and 10 Central, just outside their own 48-yard line. Horton from the shotgun. Hands off to Scott. Scott hit in the backfield and dropped for a loss of 3 on the play.
Trey Thompson No. Was it 99? I saw a 9 there.
I think it was 99, Willie Willis.
Yeah.
Just a sophomore, Willie Willis, 6 foot, 230-pound defensive lineman. He's going to be a good one coming up. Remember that name, folks, Willie Willis. He's going to be there. 2nd and 12 for the Devils back at their own 47-yard line. Clock on the move at 8:30.
That's a good-looking linebacker in there for Prattville, number 37. They list him at 6'3", 195, a sophomore, Shun Stoudemire.
Here's a quick pitch out to number 13, and he is dropped by Michael Worley.
That's Shundre.
Shundre.
Yeah, we just called him SJ.
I tell you what, he's a good-looking 6'3" they list him at. And,
Shundre balled it out at the junior high. He's a good kid.
And we talked about him a little earlier. Will McQuiston, he was an outstanding junior high wrestler. I hope he wrestles in high school.
3rd and 6 here from the 46 of Prattville go the Devils. And Horton wants to pass, and it is intercepted. Intercepted at the 40-yard line. Who was that on the pick?
45.
45, Deshaun Daniels, sophomore linebacker, making the pick. And let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Prattville Lions Football Network. Welcome back to Garrett Harrison Field. And that was number 45, Deshaun Daniels, the sophomore linebacker, on the interception. First and 10 here for the Lions from their own 40 is Edwards. Hands off to Mason Taylor. Mason Taylor is beat down at the line of scrimmage and dropped. They're going to lose about 1, maybe 2 yards on the play.
And Donnie, I guess JJ may be a little banged up here because I'm sure they don't want to have to play Mason is both ways, but he's doing a good job. But I take it that JJ has got banged up a little earlier.
Here on 2nd and 12, Edwards is going to keep it, trying to get around the edge, and it won't get there. He'll get about 3 yards out to the 42-yard line, and that's all. As the clock stops with 7:14 to play in regulation, and Prattville down 36, 56-20 to the Devils of Central. 3rd and 8 coming up now for the Lions at their own 42-yard line. Brandon Jackson flanked out here on the far side with Ryan McDaniel. Now P.J. Lucas comes set at the H. Mason Taylor behind him, and Trey Edwards drops back to pass. Looking downfield, steps out of some pressure and just has to throw this away to the sideline, incomplete along the boundary. And as a flag down, another flag down. Going to get Central again for some pass interference, I believe.
Well, he just about ripped his jersey off.
Certainly did.
I mean, he's trying to get it back
adjusted. Is that Marquise over there, or is that Trey? I can't.
7.
It's Marquise Washington.
Marquise Washington.
Trying to get his jersey back over his shoulder pads.
I guess if you can score a lot of points offensively, you can play like that defensively.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's going to be an issue for them with a dynamic passing team such as Hoover and Thompson and probably Hewitt-Trussville as well. I think McGill-Tulin is not that kind of team this year. They've gone to more of a ball control offense. I don't know about Fairhope.
1st and 10 for the Lions at the Devils' 44-yard line, and Trey calls his own number and gets down to the 40-yard line as we roll under 7 minutes to play in regulation.
We just realized we've got a special guest here behind us, Mark Kent, that is going to talk to us about the Fairhope and the McGill people down there. Go ahead, Mark. What do you think?
Mark Kent's not here.
That's right. I'm just kidding. But you do a good job of explaining like Mark. And listen,
Mark is so thorough.
Yeah, we enjoy his
insight. He is so thorough and succinct in all of his. He's never been wrong either, by the way.
And he knows Mobile football too, man.
Kyle Kramer in at quarterback now, and he is hit and dropped the line of scrimmage for no gain. It'll be 3rd down and about 8 coming up.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I got to give a shout-out to the Prattville Junior High Majorette team. Their coach, Katie Lindgren, they are headed to a Majorette competition tomorrow. I want to wish those little cats good. Tell them to go out there and twirl those batons.
Twirl them hard. Throw them high. 3rd and 8 here. Kramer from the Devils' 42-yard line drops back to pass, looking downfield and now firing, and this one's intercepted. And intercepted at the 37-yard line. Receiver and the cornerback were both fighting for it, and the cornerback came up with it.
That was a good play right there. Corner made an outstanding play.
Ahmad Butler.
We got to start coming up with a player of the game for us here, guys, and I'll tell you, I'm struggling with this one. Trey Petway.
Trey Petway's definitely got to be a candidate.
Yeah, he's got to be in there.
Josh Jones has played well.
Josh Jones has played well.
Played outstanding, too.
Trey Edwards has played well.
Yes.
It's a tough call right now. Thank goodness we got 5 more minutes.
Yeah. 1st and 10 for the Red Devils, and there's a snap over the head of the quarterback. And they fall back on it. Back at the 15-yard line.
I'm not sure how we didn't get that.
We were all over it, but somehow the quarterback managed to get back on the ball back at the 15-yard line. And it was luckily a really hard snap because he snapped it back about 20 yards. It's going to be 2nd and forever for the Red Devils back there on 15-yard line. The line to make is the 46, so I guess it's 2nd and 31.
Looks like Jack Moore is in for Prattville at the linebacker spot.
Old Jack. Here's a pitch out to the left side.
Jack Moore.
Jack Moore with a thundering hit on Ray Thornton.
Along with also number 22.
22, Adrian Sargent.
I'll tell you that. If you've been up next to Adrian Sargent, he's a sophomore. That guy's a stud.
6 foot, 220 linebacker.
He is a good-looking young player lined up at defensive end right now.
3rd and 25 now. Central wants to pass. They pitch it out complete at 25 and popped and dropped is by Andre Gary, another sophomore cornerback, 5'9", 155, but he delivers a wallop right there.
A lot of these sophomores making plays. We know we got an outstanding junior class, but we're seeing some talent here from this sophomore class.
Yeah.
And obviously Central's playing a lot of sophomores as well, but you do have to like this junior and sophomore class that will be coming back next year.
Well, your sophomore class, the 7th graders were 7-0, as 8th graders 6-1, and as freshmen I think they were 6-1 or 5-1. So a lot of talent in that sophomore class.
Yeah. Timeout on the field. Central calls a timeout with 4:08 to play in the ball game, leading the Lions 56-20. I want to remind you folks that because you're a Lions fan listening to the game, you can Extreme Bowl at Bama Lanes in Prattville for half price. Extreme Bowling happens Friday and Saturday nights from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. The normal cost, including unlimited bowling and shoe rental, is $10. But with this week's Bama Lanes secret phrase, you can Extreme Bowl for $5. That's half price when you sign in, but you got to tell them the secret phrase. And this week's phrase is, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. James 4:7. I want to thank Clinton Tractor for being a great sponsor for this program. Clinton, Central Alabama's #1 Kubota dealer is Clinton Tractor. And now the Devils are set to punt this one away. Heels down at his own 10-yard line as a kicker. It's a low snap. Nearly got a piece of it, but it does get it off, and it takes a Devil roll across the 50-yard line and rolls parallel to the 50, right there where it is down. And Prattville will take over with 3:57 to play in the ball game, needing 36 points to tie it up. They've got 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line. Dave's Market in Thomaston and in Valley Grande. Always cost plus 10% at Dave's Market, your friendly neighborhood market.
You know, a guy that we don't talk about much that probably should get some recognition is our senior center, Joshua Short.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember a bad snap?
You know, I honestly don't.
You got to put that guy in there. He's not a big guy, but he fights every play. I kind of watch him when I can. You know, we have to follow the ball.
Right.
Every once in a while, I'll try to get a a glimpse of him, but the snaps are always there.
Kramer drops the pass, looking deep, got a man down there, double covered it, and nearly intercepted at the 15-yard line. Looking for Trey Petway, incomplete.
It was nearly caught also.
Yep.
By Trey Petway.
Double covered on him. They had it bottled up pretty good.
Yeah.
It'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 50 for Prattville. Kylan Petway back in the game at running back.
Caleb Ellender, another senior offensive line we need to mention as well.
3:50 to play here in the ball game. Here's Kramer from the shotgun, looking to pass again. Complete to Brandon Jackson at the 50. Up ahead to the 40, still on his feet, driving those legs to the 43-yard line. Good fight by Brandon Jackson right there. Senior wide receiver.
I'd like to congratulate Wetumpka.
Yes, Wetumpka clinched the region tonight.
Clinched the region tonight with a win over Russell.
Over Benji Russell.
And Thompson-Hoover game is pretty exciting right now.
3rd down and 4 for the Lions from the Red Devils' 44-yard line. Quick pass over the middle, incomplete, a little bit high. Looking for Brandon Jackson again. It'll be 4th down. 4th down and 4.
I want to mention C.J. Harris, another senior offensive lineman who's had an outstanding year this year as well. And those 3 guys, 3 seniors along that big offensive front of, probably not going to see a lot of college ball. They're not big guys, but they're just warriors, man. They go out there every day.
That's right.
You got to appreciate those guys and all the hard work they put in.
4th and 4. Kramer throws it up, incomplete at the 15-yard line, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Looking for Ryan McDaniel out there, but falls to the ground harmlessly, and the Devils will take over at their own 43-yard line with 3:04 to play in the game. But you're right, though. I mean, they might not see a lot of college ball, but the lessons they learn doing what they do and not giving up, how well is that going to serve them in life?
I mean, let's just list. Joshua Short is listed at 5'8", 245. That's your center. I'm not sure he's 5'8", really. Donnie May can be more accurate on these numbers. Also, 76, we said C.J. Harris is listed at 6'1", 300. I doubt he's 6'1". But good effort by those guys tonight.
Here's a quick give to the right side, number 22. Adrian Sargent makes the stop.
Well, I think they measured them with their helmets on.
And their cleats.
And their cleats with the 2-inch spikes.
Yeah, the 2-inch spikes, yeah.
Another 44 in the game now, Jackson Morissette, a sophomore defensive lineman listed at 5'8", 190. And number 97, Orlando Bailey in the game, defensive lineman listed at 6'3", 220.
And a familiar name at safety, I believe that is number 36. Is that right? Is that what I'm seeing?
22 carries again for the Red Devils. That's Dexter Wright, and he'll carry down to the 45-yard line. That is correct. That is 36 you're seeing out there. And if I'm looking at the...
Well, I believe that is Ian Jackson. One of them Jackson guys, man. Good-looking safety.
Under 2 minutes to play now. The Devils 1st and 10 at our 45-yard line. Here's a sweep on around the left side. And Jackson making the stop.
Jackson with a good stop right there. Good open field tackle right
along
there.
with number 56, Jack Moore. There's something to look forward to with this sophomore and junior class coming together next year.
Javon Walton, a sophomore corner in the game now. I believe he's lined up at a kind of an outside linebacker.
2nd down and 5. Red Devils from the Prattville 40. Quick give up the middle. That's Wright again. He's going to be dropped at the 40, at the 34, 37-yard line, short of the 1st down.
I believe that was Justice Trainer.
Yep.
The tackle for another junior making a play.
Justice Trainer with world-class speed. Fastest man on the team, according to Coach Anderson.
Got a Hoover's up 32. I'm sorry, Thompson is up 32-25. In case y'all are wondering.
I was a little curious, I'll say. Under a minute to play here.
Need to ask Marcus Jackson if Ian is related to him. We don't have he's not listed as 36 on our roster.
18 gets the carry again for the Devils. It's Scott. He carries at the 30 down to the 28-yard line.
Tackle made by 35. We don't have him listed on the offensive side.
But, yes, Ian Jackson is Marcus Jackson's nephew.
All right. Well, he's a good-looking safety, man. Do we know who 35 is? We don't have a 35 listed at all, but he's lined up at linebacker right now. He made an outstanding play.
Here's a give to Scott again around the right side. He is wrestled down.
No, that's 47.
47 for the Lions, making a big hit in the backfield right there. That is Adrian Reese, defensive lineman listed at 5'10", 210, just a sophomore. And that will be the end of the ball game. That's the end of the game. Your final score, Central 56, Prattville 20. We'll take a 2-minute break and be right back. Lions football continues after these words.